Hello and welcome to The Beckoning Mists, a 5e campaign set in the doldrumous landscape of Barovia in the Curse of Strahd module. I'm the DM for this campaign, Matt Bliss, and these are my players. If y'all could go introduce yourself and your character in the order of the Discord roster.
Hi, yes, my name is Brad, and I will be playing Aiden Newell again this evening. Oh, you're muted, Zach.
My name is Zach, and I have a tendency to not turn on my mic, but I'll also be playing Sudriel Balric.
I am Braden, and I'll be playing Victor von Frankengore.
Mirio.
It's a me, Obi, playing Mirio.
Hi, I'm Linnea, and I'll be playing Sadrian Foolsfellow.
I am Addie, and I will be playing Brittany.
And I, the DM, will be every face and every little bit of the environment as they go through, including if they happen to flirt with the broom in the spare closet. Anyways, not that this group would do that. Last we left off, what does everybody remember about the previous session? One thing from every person, please, in the same order that we just went.
Oh boy, we entered the creepy mansion for these kids, and they don't seem to know where the noises from the basement are coming from, and the basement's not on the main level.
From what I remember last time, we went through most of the house with relative ease, not discovering much out of the ordinary. We did find some dead rats, dead mice of some kind, which freaked out a couple people, but was quickly taken care of. Other than that, nothing has really jumped out at us yet.
Ooh, can I go next? Or are we going in order?
I think we're going in order, right? I remember Victor left his new construct named Frank outside with the children because he does not trust them. He thinks they're vampires, and he gave him a kill command if they acted weird. And then I'm pretty sure he messed with some alive armor.
I think I recall spooky house, spooky doors, sounds from somewhere. Behind us? No, but I was watching where we came from. I remember I was doing that. It's been a hell of a couple of days, guys.
Oh gosh. I remember that we still don't have our nimble right. And that I somehow managed to, I wouldn't say bond, but interact with these kids in a non-threatening way, as opposed to some of my travel buddies.
Majority of the session, I guess, was just exploring the house, which we already covered. So, aside from meeting the kids and exploring the house...
Do you remember anything about the house, perhaps?
I didn't do majority of the precise exploring, and the big thing was that we could not find the entrance to the basement on the main floor. So...
That is a pretty big thing.
A broken piano, and that was about it. That's all Brittany discovered, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of rough for Brittany. She found a dead mouse in a piano, and that was it. Oh man.
The big treasure, the The real dead mouse is the friends we made along the way.
Rat Nippy. I hope and do believe that there will be more in store for the likes of Brittany this evening, as we are returning to this session midway through the exploration of the house. In the previous session, we began where the one before had ended, in the middle of the Barovian streets, where the party was sort of standing off almost against a strange sight in front of them. In the middle of the street, two children stood, sort of whimpering and cowed by circumstance. The party deigned to go interact with these children and discovered that they had been scared out of their own home by strange and monstrous noises. And so, whether by boredom or out of a good and charitable heart, the party decided to investigate the house, which turned out to be one of the most opulent and grand buildings of the whole village of Barovia. As the rain began to fall and mist the air around, the party interacted with two kids who were named Rose and Thorn. Rose, the elder sister, and Thorn, the little brother. The party discussed lightly with them what exactly was going on in the house and couldn't get any answers. So, deciding to find some of their own, they went inside. After exploring the first floor of the manor with little success, the party decided to go up to the second floor, and then, finally, the third. And having found nothing up to this point, you find yourselves now encountering a strange sound, clicking and clacking from the very end of this landing. Victor, you scurry over to the right-hand side of the room, meaning to break into the unseen alcoves of this floor of the house, when suddenly behind you, you hear a strange metallic clack. It alerts you more than anything else in this house, because the house itself, for the most part, has been silent. The floorboards haven't creaked. The storm outside has been sort of insulated against by thick windows and the letting in between the panes of glass. Everything has been eerily quiet. But this sound draws your attention, and as you look, you see a black suit of armor beginning to move behind you. It moves slowly at first, and the rest of you watch as its fingers twitch. And then a flurry of activity. Bits of armor gesticulate around almost as if they have a mind of their own. They whirl off of their post and launch onto the floor to meet you all in combat. I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Alright.
Can I ask where my character is?
Bark, bark.
I double clicked and it doesn't take me anywhere, so.
Awooga.
My screen's just black. It says waiting on GM for me.
Ah, that's right. You should have just been summoned to the board.
Ooh, that is a roll. Hopefully it's not the only one of its kind.
I think you should be right there now.
It's always sort of jarring to play Zach's campaign and then play this one, because with Sobel I have like a +9 initiative.
The whiplash of character stats.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Oh.
Womp.
Womp womp.
Oh.
Womp womp.
Whoop.
Womp womp.
I've got to roll as well. All right. If I can get everybody's initiative, that would be awesome.
I
21
got a
for
dirty-
Aiden.
Dirty 20 for Brittany.
Damn.
21 for Sudriel.
Dang.
What the fuck?
I'm built different.
17 for Miriam.
9 for Sadrian. 9. 9.
Oh my god, Linnea.
I feel like maybe you shouldn't chant it like that, though.
Oh my god, Linn, I didn't know you were in the German music.
Funny, guys. Very, very funny.
I did not see that coming.
I also still cannot see myself on here. I don't know if anyone else can. If anyone else
I
can
do
see me,
not
maybe
see
I need to
Sadrian.
restart Tailspire. But
I don't think.
I mean,
we
I
do.
see you on the left side as the player, but
Yeah.
I see
Yeah,
your
but
token.
you
I don't see my I don't see my token either. Which is fine.
Token. What if you click on left and you click on your
Maybe if you believe really, really hard,
Really, really hard.
you can
Oh, you're
will
just
it into
invisible.
existence.
I'm invisible,
Your-
guys. Don't mind
Your
me.
Kuatoa is you just need to wish yourself into existence.
Krakatawa!
Krakatoa.
SpongeBob!
You
wanna see me touch my
toes? It's such a stupid.
Is that the cheese?
Oh my gosh! Please never do that again.
Yo, I pressed 9 to enter some initiative and it muted my mic.
Nice,
Linn,
nice.
you're saying that your token isn't showing up?
No,
I
not at
don't-
all.
I don't
Whenever,
see it
and
either.
I'll double click on Sadrian, and it takes me all the way to the left of the map.
Okay.
I can restart Tailspire.
Oh, is she still on the other level though? Because isn't the bottom
No, I
level-
pulled everybody here.
Reset it real quick to see what happens. Technical difficulties.
We'll be right back. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Everything's like on fire when it gets back.
We will be right back. Do you think that song is that? Do you think that's copyright?
Not
Not when it's sung.
Yeah, not when it's sung.
It's
but
not for
it's
a minute.
It's 100% copyrighted.
Oh
Damn.
yeah, Nintendo would like sue.
Yeah, the Spanish flea is 100% copyrighted.
Alright, can I get the troubleshooting mode on? You still can't see your characters.
I cannot see mine. I can see everybody else's, but I can't see
I can see
mine.
mine.
Yeah,
I can see yours.
I see everyone but Linn.
Do I need to
Can
restart
you exit
Tailspire?
the board? You just exit the
Yeah.
board. Don't have to restart Tailspire. Just exit and then come back.
Sure.
What I'm hearing is we need to start a new campaign.
Haha. Funny.
First sign of trouble.
Is anybody else having troubles with their character models right now?
Nope.
I have my
Waiting
son
on
with me.
GM.
My boy. Father help.
Oh, there she is. I see her.
Okie doke. All right.
I still don't, but
Then Victor's initiative, please.
14, my lord.
My lord. I'm right next to you, Aiden.
you're not next to me on my screen.
Well,
Maybe she
sounds
move
like
it.
a you problem.
Not
All
you,
right.
genius.
With the clattering noise that they sort of please put your deer down.
Sorry.
Sadrian flies up into the rafters and no clips through the house, bonking her head along the way. 15 bludgeoning. No, okay, we're getting into combat now, and since the suit of armor took some time to sort of spool up, we're not going to give it a surprise round, but do not suspect that I will give you that mercy moving forward. That said, top of the round, Sudriel, followed closely by Brittany.
Cool. So is Lynn's character right next to me?
Yes, you're looking at me right now.
Okay, I don't see you still, but I don't need to see you to do what I'm going to do.
Okay, I guess we're gonna troubleshoot a little more. So, can anybody see Lynn's character?
Negative.
No.
All right, everybody, exit real quick. Exit the board. Don't exit the game. And I'll summon you back.
Thanks.
Exit the board.
We
Just
love
ex-
it when
just the
technology doesn't work.
It's my job.
Way to go, Braden. Your ADHD meds have kicked in and started affecting everybody else.
You're welcome.
All right.
I am thankful.
Okay, I can see Lynn now.
Yay!
I'm still waiting on GM. Waiting on adventure to begin. Hey. Lynn's character throwing the wave of Sunny D at somebody.
Yeah, boy. Better believe
Take
it.
the power of the sun.
Is everybody in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Looks like it.
Yep.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm about to go get a case of Sunny D.
So,
That's not
Orange,
just to
orange
confirm.
drink. Yeah.
just to confirm, everybody's in right now.
Correct.
Yep.
In the waiting for
Yep.
DM screen, or actually?
Or
in?
in
No,
the game,
in
in the
on
game.
the board.
I'm waiting for GM and
Takes a
loading
second.
still. Yeah. Now I'm here.
All right, cool.
She is
I was spamming
here.
the button, and I was like, "What's going on?"
All right.
Okay, everybody can see everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
We have that solidarity of sight. Yeah. All right.
I hope so.
Good. Anyways, with that out of the way, do you want me to re-narrate what happens?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
Let me
Then to start off the round, Sudriel, followed closely by Brittany.
Sudriel is going to run across the room.
That's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, he said
I'm
Sudriel.
doing nothing
Sorry.
of the sort. Excuse you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna run across him. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna take a small tincture of what appears to be this sort of yellowish orangish liquid, and I'm going to hurl it at the big ironing man, and he's gonna have to make me a dex save as I cast Acid Splash.
What's the DC?
DC 13.
With a sudden, quick, and erratic movement, the strange suit of armor clicks and clatters out of the way of the acid splash, sort of poofs against the wall, spiraling up in a small emulsion of particles before disappearing into thin vapor.
Then with my little boy, my child, I shouldn't phrase it like that actually. That's a no-no. Oh, do I have any other bonus actions? Yeah, I'm just gonna have my boy run up, and he is going to I gotta find a stat sheet. He is going to turn his like claw-like hands into like these clubs, like they're gonna like clench down, and he's just gonna start doing this thing, just running up, trying to attack the giant armored suit.
All right, roll the hit.
Let me see. I gotta see what his to hit is. I still haven't found it, but it's
Is it your Iron Defender sheet?
melee weapon attack. I need to pull up my spell mod. That is a 13 to hit.
A 13 does not hit. Furiously, your little automaton runs over, windmilling his arms around and thrashing against the armor. And though they do clank against the plates, nothing seems to leave a dent.
All right, that is all I'm gonna do.
All right, Brittany, you're up. Mirio on deck.
What?
Okay.
Is
Huh?
Aiden not up?
Yeah, Brad should be in there somewhere. Brad rolled a 21.
You rolled a 21. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So you
That
you
was
just straight
a
up missed him.
12 on my recall. Would you mind for this round going after Brittany?
Sure.
He can
Okay.
go before me. I haven't done anything yet.
Alrighty, Aiden, you're up. Brittany, you're on deck.
That's why I got so trigger happy at the beginning, because I thought I had the highest dex mod.
Apparently, he can't remember his character's name.
It's, we haven't played this in a couple weeks.
His intelligence
And I have
mod
a
may
lot
be
of-
lacking.
In real life, yes.
Aiden is like a
Aiden.
real person name, too.
Aiden will move forward and draw his rapier and make an attack. Oh boy. Does an 11 hit?
No. You
No.
jab at the suit of armor and you connect, but the tip of your blade glances off of the front breastplate, off of the side of it to the left. You pull back and regain your stance as quickly as possible, but you haven't done any substantial damage.
As my attack doesn't seem to land or do anything, I'm going to bonus action disengage. I'm going to kind of kick off and just push myself away. I'm going to push myself into this corner over here. And that will be my turn.
Alright, and then we are moving on to Brittany with Mirio on deck.
Okay, Brittany gets a little jump scared, and she's gonna do if allowed, I'm gonna do a twofer, and I'm gonna be like, I need a hero! I need a hero! And start singing, and cast heroism at first level on Mirio, as well as Bardic Inspiration,
Hey,
go.
2 for 1.
The action and bonus action.
Asking for a hero, and trying to not be in the sights of this knight with scary armor, looking like he's going for us.
D6. Or is it a
What's your
D8?
Bardic Inspiration die?
Where do I find that? Ooh,
It's
I've
under
not
feats.
done
It's
it.
under feats and skills.
Let me.
features and
See.
traits.
Yeah, features trait.
1d6 right now.
Yeah, let's go. Big up.
I need a hero.
Okay. As you lift your voice to sing the magic of the local weave into liveliness, you watch as you embolden Mirio somehow. You see his countenance lift and his jaw clench, and Mirio, you receive the respective benefits of those two spells.
Do you need me to give you heroism? Like, do I need to tell you how that's gonna apply to you?
I can
Or-
go. Don't worry about
Is
it.
it, okay. It just says something about temp HP based on my spellcasting modifier.
Yep. How
It
much is
is good to inform what the spell will do in particular for a given player.
that? Immune to
it's-
frighten and gain temporary HP equals your spellcasting ability mod. What is that?
I think right now it says 3 temp HP.
Plus 3. That is your, yeah, correct. It's pretty good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Someone's having chips. All right, is that all for your turn, Brittany?
Yes.
Okie doke. Then we are on to Mirio with Victor on deck. Mirio.
I thought you said
Victor,
Victor, and then Namirio, right?
Did I really just say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're on to Mirio. Victor
Okay.
on deck.
Okay.
My bad. My bad. I'm I thought
It's not really your bad.
Okay.
It's not your bad. It's my bad. Go up.
I'm in there then. I'm in there. It's a me.
Oh,
I'm running
somewhere?
up. And as I run up, I'm gonna take my hammer off my back. But I gotta roll my flat check for my organ damage.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a 14 on the die there, so my DC is 8. So
All right, you're
I'm
good
going
to
to-
run.
I am going to make a feinting attack with my maneuvers,
Ooh.
I see you.
which gives me advantage against on the next attack roll against it, spending my bonus action to do so. So I will do so. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Yo.
Hey, that's okay.
What the
I,
frickety frack?
I guess I have a big miss there. Big sad miss.
You sling your hammer off of your back and wing it up from the bottom right side of your torso, slamming it into the right side of the breastplate. The momentum of the strike seems to throw it somewhat off, but you watch as the arms sort of disconnect from their place on the shoulders, bleed off the momentum by rotating around the breastplate, and then almost like magnetically lock back into place once they have spun once. You look at the breastplate briefly and see no damage has been sustained.
Mamma mia. I end my turn.
Did you want to do a bardic inspiration roll on that?
Can't. I have to do that before you tell me if it hits or misses. So I
Rip.
won't.
Okie doke. In that case, we're on to Victor, I believe.
Okay. So here's a question for you because I can't find anything in my rules. How far away can I give my Steel Defender commands?
Okay.
I looked and it doesn't.
Let
say
me
anything.
look. I should have it in mind too.
Yeah, I
Um,
didn't see any like hard or fast rules. It just says on your bonus action you can command it.
I'm looking at the page.
I think it's a DM's discretion thing at this point.
Yeah, that's what I came to the conclusion to.
That's pretty tricky.
Braden mentally tells the robot to kill
There's-
the kids.
Do it.
No.
He like opens up
Oh,
his
great.
thumb and there's like a mic in
Yeah.
there.
Is it a mental
It doesn't
Connect-
specify.
It doesn't specify.
It doesn't specify at all. It says you just give it a command. It doesn't specify if it's telepathically or if it's verbally or through whatever means.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, just kind of very open-ended sort of things. Because I think it does get stronger as you go, but there's no real range to it either. It's just like you make a steel defender, you give commands to it. There's no range, so it can't ever leave, like, whatever. So it was very loosey-goosey.
I am going to say that until you craft an implement which allows you to interface with it wirelessly, it is verbal only. Verbal and gestural.
Okay, very cool. So in that case, even if it doesn't work, which is completely up to you, either way, Victor is gonna use his bonus action and go frog, like as loud as he can in the direction of the steps, and then he is going to look at the steel defender, and he's thinking for a second, just like I am right now, and then he is going to eat the opportunity attack and launch himself back down this way.
All right. In that case, as you go, you see all of you, the plate helmet snaps to its left, and the whole body moves to sort of throw a huge punch at Victor. Oh, wow. Does...
I would like to impose disadvantage from my steel defender.
Thanks, Dad.
Yep, it's got deflect attack, which means that it imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature it can see that is 5 feet of it, provided the attack rolls against another creature other than the defender.
Okay.
So it'll deflect or try and disadvantage the attack roll against.
Does a 7 hit?
Nope.
Let's go!
All right, you get away.
Science. All right, so with that, and he feels it whiff behind his head, and he kind of gives himself not like a whole jump action, but launches himself and slam up against this door over here. Oh shit, where'd he go? Oh, okay, there we go. Slam himself against this door, and he's gonna pull out his new crossbow. I forget what the term is. His infused crossbow, and take a shot. So he'll, kind of like boom, slam in the wall, hold it up, and you'll see like blue arcane energy pinstripe down it and across the string, and take a shot. And that will be a 23 to hit.
A 23 does hit?
Hey! Finally. And that'll be 8 damage. Piercing.
All right. The rest of you watch as this suit of armor throws a punch at Victor, who scrabbles back just as the air in front of his face, or rather behind his head, is distorted by the force of it. And a moment later, you hear the thump as Victor hits the door, and then you see the blue arcing energy as it pierces into the metal, rending a hole straight through. The armor stops for a moment, a hand outstretched from its punch, before, just as quickly, it begins to move again. Is that all for your turn?
Yes, sir.
Sudriel. Without looking, without turning its head, the rest of the body rotates around, and an arm grasps for the small steel defender. I will need a contested athletics acrobatics check from you.
Okay. With his stats, Athletic acrobatics. That's going to be a 6 of athletics.
How much does this weigh?
This thing is lightweight. When I first built it, it's not very heavy, but it's like robust with the metal strength. But it's probably maybe 10 pounds, maybe 15. It's pretty easy to pick up.
Okay. You have a half second before you register what, or maybe even like a few milliseconds actually, before you register what's happening, Sudriel, as the suit of armor grasps around your tiny automata and hucks it right at Victor. Does a 14 hit?
For Victor?
Victor?
Yeah, yes, he does hit.
Okay.
Oof.
Oopsie daisies.
It's going to do 5 bludgeoning damage as an improvised weapon, with a D4 roll for the hit or the damage, and it's going to be thrown all the way over to you, and not quite occupy the space. But
does the robot also take 5 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
As it hits me, I'm like, ah! This is why you should build bigger robots!
All right. And with that, it begins to charge the stair, but does not yet leave Mirio's vicinity. It sort of hobbles a little bit over clumsily, as if moving for the first time in eons. It walks past Mirio and looms halfway through the room. And with that, it's Sadrin's turn. Start of the round is about to begin.
Can I, oh, it's in my attack range still.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna move next to Brittany to kind of block its path towards the stairs, and then I am going to, at level 2, cast Scorching Ray.
Oh, man.
The ranged version
Nice.
of heat metal.
Yep. So I have 3 rays. Do you want me to roll to hit for all 3 first and then damage, or do you want me to? Okay. 15 for the first one. Nope, sorry, 16 for the first one. I don't think that hits, but 22 for the second.
Nice.
And 22 again for the third.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
2 damage rolls, please.
All right. 2 d6s per roll. A whopping 4 points for the first, and 7 for the second.
Nice.
All right, 4 and 7.
Yep. And then, do I have a bonus action I can use? Probably not. Nope. Okay, that's it.
You extend your hand out and it glows as you grasp into the very weave of magic. You knot 3 little, knots. You tie 3 little knots of that magical energy together and wing them out in scorching rays towards your target. One of them passes right over the shoulder and lands against the wall with a... The other 2, however, hit dead on, and you deal 11 fire damage to this suit of armor. The scorch marks run in jet black smears across the upper pauldron and the lower sort of hip armor. There's a little circle there that you've kind of dented and melted a little bit. Anything else on your turn? Say a bonus
Nope.
action.
That's it.
All right.
That is it for me.
With that said, we are at the top of the round with Sudriel up and Aiden on deck.
All right. Seeing this thing advance so quickly, and seeing his little automata get tossed across the room, Sudriel is going to draw his dagger, and he is going to move here in front, between the suit of armor and the ladies behind him. He's going to make an attack with his dagger, and then give a command to his robot.
All right. What you got?
To hit is a his sheet. My sheet is a 17.
A 17 does not hit.
All right, and then with the command, kind of around the corner, to his little companion, he's gonna yell out, "There's no time to mess around. Get in here and fight him!" And you'd hear from around the corner as the little robot comes sprinting around the corner, and he's going to jump up onto the back of this guy like some sort of little spider monkey, and he's gonna try and grab onto him and try and restrain him a little bit.
All right, you want to roll to restrain. That's contested athletics.
Contested athletics.
Right?
Yep.
Athletics straight. All right. What did you roll?
That is a contested athletics of 16.
What? Oh. No,
21.
All right.
Oh.
So at the very least,
So-
I would like to imagine he jumps up to this, but not doing much
Yeah,
to really restrain him.
I was going to say, your automaton jumps up on the back of this thing, working furiously to pin him back with a full Nelson. And unfortunately, his arms slip right through the holes where arms would be going through the armor. But on this construct, there are no arms. Still, your little guy clings on valiantly and starts beating at the back of it.
All right, that's all I'm going to do.
All right, we are on to Aiden with Brittany on deck.
All right. Aiden will close the distance. Get up close once again, and this time he's going to try to go to the back of the legs, looking for hopefully any what would be weak spots on a normal human. Hopefully they mirror on the suit of armor, and he's going to try to swing his rapier into there and take it down a peg. Ooh. What's my modifier? That's a 24 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, and I get the sneak attacks. What is my sneak attack? Level 3, I think it's just
sneak attack from what?
2d6. From people being within 5 feet of it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's 2d6. All right. So it's for a total of 17 damage.
All right. Aiden, how do you want to do this?
Like I said, I'm gonna.
Hell yeah.
Aiden's gonna run and hoping this thing, the way it's mirrors a human anatomy, he's gonna go in and just kind of slice down low, at kind of like at the back of its knees, and just cut hard. And if as it kind of falls down, he's gonna pull back the blade and just raise it and bring it up through the arm, slicing the arm, and then kicking the rest of the body down to the ground as it kind of begins to collapse and lose its power.
All right. As you dash over, you make a deft observation. A little slip of leather dangling and sort of jingling out by the belt buckle from the side of the bottom right greave. You lash your rapier out at that buckle and cut the leather cleanly. And to your surprise, it actually undoes the whole of that lower leg, forcing the suit of armor to stumble over to the right. you immediately lock on to the other bits of leather, dotted here and there throughout the plate armor, and in quick summation, slice all of them open, rending the whole set dead. The armor clatters to the ground in front of you, and for now, it seems that you have won. The house groans suddenly as the last of the plate armor comes to a ringing stop on the floor.
Victor walks out of the hallway and back into like the main part of the landing. Crossbow kind of back up against his shoulder. He takes a look at the plate armor and squints for a minute, and he goes, "One moment." And is it okay if I just like say really quick? He goes downstairs and grabs Frank to come with him, just for like so we don't gotta spend time on it.
Sure. While you do that, what is everybody else doing? Because it takes a minute or two.
If it's possible, I'd like to cast Mending on my my defender to heal him up a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you want me to?
So there are definitive mending rules for the battlesmith in terms of what healing it does. 2d6 hit points for every mending spell cast on it.
Okay. Okay. He's back to full. So.
Nice.
Remind me, were any of these doors in this corner here, were either of them labeled?
In which corner in particular?
The one that Mirio's kind of over by currently. Is there a ping? There's not a ping.
Let me check. Let me make sure. Distinctly unlabeled.
Okay. Mirio, you planning on opening a couple of these?
I was going to take a peek, yes.
Alright, well, I'm behind you if something jumps.
We'll get into a breach position. And I'll, with the maul, just open the door.
You lay them all flat with the top of it against the door and push. The door creaks. It sticks actually for a moment. You have to sort of muscle it open. But once it does, you hear and squeaking hinges. The door opens. As soon as I remember how to do the high volumes. Oh. Hey. All right. We're gonna go to the other one now.
Oh, yo, what the?
Also, there's a representation in memes for what just went down.
I wish there wasn't. Oh, dang, Abbott.
Also, while you're figuring that out, I'm gonna grab a sweatshirt.
What the heck? Oh, that's what it was. Well, that's... okay. I know what happened. Technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
How dare you?
We'll be right back. Alright. Buddy, you should be good to go now. Good gravy.
Good gravy.
Mmm.
Creepy paper.
You open the door, and a small cloud of dust comes out to meet you. A breath of air seems to aspirate out of the open doorway, and you look in to see a very dimly lit room. Dust and cobwebs shroud it in the corners elegantly like lace. And as you look in, you see a bed. Very simple. Very simple.
Well, after you, Muriel.
I'd like to imagine that my character is kind of pep talking his steel defender while they're breaching and clearing. like you know how like every dad is at T-ball. He's like down on one knee. He's like, "All right, you did a good job out there, but like next time you're smaller than him, so you gotta use more of your skills. You gotta do this thing and do that thing," and like T-ball pep talking his boy.
Your little automata is inexplicably nodding at every sentence. As Mirio enters the room,
Slowly.
stealthily,
Nah, just slowly. Menacing.
the floorboards creak ominously, like old bones. You look and see that the bed that you saw earlier is accompanied by 2 end tables and a wardrobe. Mounted on the wall next to the wardrobe is a full-length mirror with an ornate wooden frame. It looks a little like ivy, and the little round aspects sculpted out of it look like berries. There are 2 doors to your right, and a little alcove to your left.
What's through this great door? I'm not gonna go through, I'm just looking through the bars. It's just a balcony.
You look outside and see as the rain lashes into the balcony outside. The light, what remains of it in this, I think it's mid-morning now, is occluded by the gray, rainy skies.
I'm gonna check this door that I'm next to. And
You move a
slowly
hand
push
towards
it
the
open.
door and feel your hand chill. A little too late. Your hand grasps the knob and it's cold. Colder than anywhere else in this whole house. You hear behind you, "Don't go in there."
Did you hear that, Muriel?
Did I hear it?
Yes. In fact, you look around and see the barest blue glowing silhouette of a skeletal figure draped with effervescent cloth, you think? Ring just beyond the chair in the little alcove.
I'll kind of raise my blade. And what's beyond the door?
The being doesn't answer. And if I can get just a moment, I'll visualize that for you. Alright. There we go. Can you see that little, that mini?
The ghost
Ye-
ghost lady, yeah.
Ghost lady.
And she's-
It's not a place for you to be.
Does it lead to the basement?
No.
And who are you?
The ghost seems to think, as if having a lapse of memory. And then it just replies, I am the caretaker.
Caretaker. Rose and Thorn's caretaker.
No. You should leave.
Well, why do you say that? The Rose and Thorn are afraid of something in this house, and we're just checking it out for them.
The spirit does not answer, but instead it begins to float towards you.
Blade is in hand.
While this is all happening, there's a number of you still out on the balcony. What have you been doing in this time?
I would just be standing like slightly outside the door, just like waiting for them to either tell us to like we found something or waiting for them to come out.
You would hear this voice sort of echoing out from the room.
Perfect.
Upon hearing it, I'd probably move like into the doorway, kind of more just inquisitively than like truly wanting, like, I don't know, just like, that's weird. No one said anything about people being in here other than a strange noise, so kind of just inquisitively wondering what's going on.
As if I catch her in my peripheral, I'll kind of like in my offhand, like just raise it, like kind of do like a hold, just kind of low, like try to subtly like try to tell her to like not come in, just hold there though.
I think the gesture's understandable enough.
Yeah.
Brittany?
I'm just gonna kind of be following Sagen around, nervous, me like, oh my god, why do things keep popping out in this place? I'm not a fan. And otherwise,
You see,
I'm not
Go ahead.
like going out on my own. Not after the rat incident, the dead mouse incident. It scarred me.
Not a fan of Dead Mount.
Hard being this talented.
you hear the voice around the corner, and Aiden, as you're addressing this spirit, you notice it look to the newcomers arriving just beyond the door. It also
Can
looks
she
at Miriam.
see it? Can she see me? Because I didn't necessarily walk in past the door. I kind of just stayed in the doorway. So would she have seen me? I'm sure I probably wouldn't have seen her. That's what I'm asking.
You haven't seen her, and for you, it is hard to say whether she has seen you.
Okay, cool.
Still, she looks to the door, hearing a disturbance outside. And then she looks back to Aiden and Mirio and says, "You need to leave. Now."
Why?
You need to leave. You need to leave. She begins to walk towards you both. And as she does, the veil that has been draped over her begins to sort of be pulled back. And you begin to see the features of this ghost more clearly. And, as the specter sort of crosses beyond the threshold created by the chair there, you watch as it transforms from this ghost covered in cloth, long draping cloth, and instead becomes a terrified, skeletally thin young woman who, as she comes toward, becomes more and more manic, repeating over and over, "You need to go, you need to go, you need to go."
And you need to stop getting closer. Why don't we take a breath?
She screams, and I need you all to roll initiative again.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
Victor back yet?
You are on the second story as you hear the scream. Rose and Thorn are
like
outside
shit.
still, by the way.
Good. That's where we left him. Didn't want them coming in.
I rolled a 19.
They look at you, Victor, when you come down, say, Rose sort of picks up her ears and says, "Oh, you're back. Did you kill the monster?"
Well, we killed a suit of armor, but we're still looking for a monster type. And I squint at them for a second, very inquisitively, to see if they change what their expression is. But
They're both
you,
rapt at attention.
but you two,
waiting to hear
you
what you
stay
found.
here. I need Frank with me right now, but call us if you need something. I guess. I don't know. I'm not good with children. And then he just walks away.
Yikes.
Obediently, Kronk follows you back up. And it's as you thunder up the stairs on the second story that you hear the scream of the specter. If everybody could move their minis to an appropriate place where they would be, we will begin the combat shortly.
I think my guy was in the... Yeah, it's kind of...
Your guys in the room already.
Yeah, I'm already... Jay chilling.
Because I'm, yeah.
This is where I
too.
was.
All right. I'm going to do the initiative order sort of going in order by last initiative, and then I'm going to number them that way. So, Sudril, what was your initiative?
I got a 11. Sorry, a 12. I can do math here. Big boy math.
All right, Aiden.
6.
Yeah,
Brittany?
just guys.
Yep.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah. Muriel?
I unmuted. Sweet. 12.
12. Victor?
19.
$19 for... Sadrin?
350.
I will be last again with a 5.
Okay.
Let's go.
Correct.
Let's go. Sandbagging.
Hey, get the
Top of the
nasty rolls
round.
out during initiative.
Top of the round, Brittany. You hear the manic chant almost of this specter repeat over and over and over until finally it crescendos into a scream. And it's your turn. What do you do?
I'm a little confused as to why we keep having to fight things every 2 seconds in this house. And the room's pretty lit up, right? Like it's not a dark spot or anything.
Lit enough. Yeah.
Okay.
It's dim, but even so.
I don't really have level 3 bard. I didn't think it was gonna be this rough. I've just not done bard before, I guess.
It's alright, the power curve on Bard, once you start getting some levels, the power curve on Bard.
Our curve is exponential.
Yeah.
Yeah, just right now it feels very. I'm just gonna be like, I actually have. I don't know what to do. I don't have like anything right now.
No cantrips?
Not useful ones, not battle ones. So no.
Any buffs?
I guess I can use my last bardic inspiration. I was gonna kind of wait and see how to use it, but
You could do that, or if you want to wait and just do like a role play style action, or if you can try to think of a help action of some sort, those would work.
Who needs help right now?
Not sure.
Not
Nobody,
me.
unless somebody's preparing to do something.
Yeah, because I'm the first one to go. Oh,
Since 4 of you are
can I?
grouped together in initiative order, you can swap initiative if you would like.
Oh, I'm grouped with other people. Yeah, can I please swap initiative? Because I have
You are
nothing to start us
grouped
out
with
with.
Victor,
I don't-
Drill, and
Take your
Miriam.
turn.
I can go first, or we can try and clear the doorway. Because it's clogged at the moment.
Can I swap? Just
The-
turn order with someone.
If you want to swap
Yes.
with me, that's fine.
The swap options are Victor, Sudriel, or Mirio. Any
Who
takers?
would like to go?
Sounds like Victor's the only one stepping up, sir.
All right, Victor. Thanks. You're a homie. We're swapping.
Go get him, Victor.
Go get him. Tiger.
All right. Go get him.
So at this point, he has hopped on top of Frank's back, and Frank is just barreling up the steps. I'm gonna use my bonus action to command Frank to dash, so that I can make it up to the doorway.
Smart, smart, smart.
Now, is there any way I can get through the doorway, or am I blocked for the moment?
Yeah, you're blocked.
Sorry.
So, he comes to a screeching halt, like right here, because there's no room, at all. And he's like, "What the?" And as he does it, as he gets up there, he dismounts off Frank's back. And where the hell did? Okay, there it goes. Sorry, he's. How do I? What the hell?
Up the stairs, bro. There you go.
I tried. He wouldn't. He gets like right in here and kind of slams into this door too because he's not very good on his feet. Can he see any line of sight if he gets up against this door right here? Or
No.
Okay. All right. So he just
This
he
doorway's
runs
clogged.
over.
Let's also get in the way.
He runs over and he's like, "What? What's going on? I heard a scream."
And that's your turn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
What he does.
Victor barrels into the encounter just as the ghost is beginning to charge. Now, with Victor's turn up, that leaves Brittany, Sudriel, and Mirio. You can kick the can further down the line, or take your turn now, Brittany.
I will wait.
Obi, you can go.
I'll go, yeah.
Yep.
I shall go. I am gonna run up. And I will perform a feint attack.
Baboon.
Spending my bonus action.
Don't
So-
forget your wound.
Yes. Oh, yep. Well, let me roll with that. That's a 14 flat on the die. For that.
All right, nice.
Nice, nice, nice.
That is low. That's really low. That's gonna be 11 to hit. With advantage.
Believe it or not, does not hit.
Yeah, surprise! Well,
Surprise!
big ol' swing and a miss, and just look at my hammer and hang my head.
Which is now embedded into the wooden paneling of the wall.
Just look at the hammer and go, Mamma mia. And then my turn.
Mamma mia.
You look at where your hammer has impacted into the wood paneling, and you notice something funny about the ivy and berry pattern. I'd like you to roll a perception check very quickly.
Perception check? I can do that. I have bad perception, by the way, guys.
Nat one.
That's a 9. I rolled a 10.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
The thing that you saw that was funny was the way that it splintered when your hammer hit it. Moving on. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it splintered funny. Oh, that's my turn.
Oh god.
He's a plumber, not a carpenter.
So true.
Sudril and
I can go here.
Brittany.
I can go here. So seeing the commotion turn about, knowing that there's probably something else going on in the room, I'm gonna finish my pep talk with my boy. All right. Here's your chance. Let's get in there and do your best. And I'll kind of like push him a little bit to like encourage him to go in the room. Is it possible for him to like slide through the small space past everybody? He's got 40 feet or move speed.
Well, they're gonna say no because there is usually a particular feat that allows you to do something like that.
Okay.
Or halflings, because they're small.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he's not a halfling, so he's just
But he's
a little
just
a little
small.
robot. He's gonna turn and he's gonna get caught up in the work of or the mess of the group here. I'm not moving. I'll move in a second. But seeing that the doorway is sort of clogged, I'm going to use one of my character feats, and I'm going to Misty Step into the room, into this corner back here on the
Nah, man.
back by the lantern.
Aren't you cool? Getting all
Yeah, like
fancy.
that.
Look at that. Someone
Bamfing.
did the thing. Made it through
Bam.
the door.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Zach,
Bamfing
as you
through.
misty step, you feel this very cold presence around you, unlike any time you've used this spell before or seen it used. And for just a brief moment, you catch a glimpse of just this gray void before poofing back into the other side of the room.
Can I use my action to try and discern what that was?
You may.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You would want to roll Insight or Arcana or a similar roll. Just let me know what you pick.
Okay. That is a 21 on Arcana.
On a 21 Arcana, the best that you can puzzle together in this little pause you take in the middle of this combat is that sometimes when using Misty Step, the effect is similar enough to Blink that you may have just viewed some sort of ethereal, like some sort of facet of the ethereal plane.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see anybody in it, but it could have been that.
Alright.
Said, your bonus action and your action have been expended this turn.
Yep.
All right. And with that said, it is Brittany's turn.
Brittany.
A reminder that in the tabletop version, you can hold an action.
Yeah.
You
Who
also can
hasn't gone
talk
yet?
to
Me.
nobody in the first bunch of people.
All right. I'm
But
gonna look
Victor-
over it. I'm gonna look over
Or
and
Aiden and
Aiden
Sadra.
and say, "We could be heroes, me and you," and sing it and give him heroism. First level.
All right.
And
For the duration.
then I'm gonna press myself into the corner as much as I can, and be like, "Please don't see me! Please don't see me! Please don't see me!"
That gave me what, 3 temp HP?
Yeah, 3 times
That's right.
HP.
You cannot be frightened. And what else?
Oh yeah, good question. You cannot
All
be
good
frightened,
things.
get temp HP, and yeah, that's the majority of it at this level.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yes, you feel your chest swell as the song washes over you, and you are emboldened with heroism, Aiden.
All right.
All right. Moving on to the Spectre. It immediately passes through you, Mirio, and you feel this cold wave wash over and through your body as it does. But it passes right through you and moves on to Aiden. You have an opportunity attack.
Ooh, and I
Okay.
will take it.
Fine. Attack me.
Now remind me of maneuvers. Maneuvers can be used anytime I make an attack, right? recall.
Yeah, I think.
I think so.
Let me check. Let me double check. This is also.
I don't think so because I think it's when you take an attack as an action, not as a reaction.
It says you can use only one maneuver per attack, but it doesn't say action. What's your ruling? Maneuvers enhance an attack in some way.
I'm gonna say yeah for now.
Okay.
And if I eat that ruling later, that's fine. But I might change it later if I find the actual rule.
That's okay.
But go ahead and do it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a feigning it. I can't do a feigning attack. I have to spend a. That's actually might be how they control that. Is a lot of these.
Before
spend
you do
bonus
that,
action.
make a con save or whatever it is for your wound.
Oh yeah, of course. Natural 1, so I lose the reaction.
Oh, all right.
Uh-huh.
That's that then.
Cool.
Yep, that's that.
You feel a twinge in. Man, where did you get hit? It's been too long.
Like lower abdomen.
Ah, that's right. You feel a twinge on the left side of your torso, and your swing goes wildly off. You almost lose your grip on your hammer, and it slides through your grip for a moment before you manage to pull your strength back together and tighten back around your hammer. Unfortunately, that wastes the reaction, but it is still the Spectre's turn, and it's going to try and throttle Aiden. With
Cool.
a 16 to hit.
That does
Hey,
hit.
yo, that Spectre's doing what?
Throttle. Aiden, can you repeat that?
Yes, that hits.
That hits. Okay.
Yep. Thanks for the temp HP, Addie.
You take 15 necrotic damage, and I need a con save.
Uh-huh. A con save. That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh. That is really awesome. Okay. You feel the cold fingers of this spectral being close around your neck and squeeze as it continues to scream in your face. You also feel the cold of the fingers begin to infect your body, almost threatening to sap the energy from it more so than the present throttling. But with a huff and sort of like somebody breathing through heavy G's, you manage to pump air back into your lungs and power through. You succeed on your con save, and we are moving on to your turn. What do you do?
My rapier that I had prepared, I'm just going to try to stab it into her, hopefully hitting something.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
Is an 18 to hit?
18 does hit. Roll your damage.
Is there anyone near me? Is Sadrin in melee range?
Yes.
Cool. Sneak attack.
Although it is focusing on you in particular.
It's just in combat range for sneak attack. Ooh, that's 18 points of damage.
Nice.
I rolled fairly
18
well.
points of damage. All right. You flick your rapier into the very body of this creature, and it loosens its hold immediately, sort of lashing or launching back in pain. It screams somehow even an octave louder, or higher rather, and clutches at its abdomen. It whirls around and prepares for whatever is coming next. Is that the end of your turn?
Ooh. I took a lot of damage on that turn. Aiden is going to open the door behind him.
You're going to open the door behind you?
Sure am.
Upon doing so,
Why?
the specter screams the first coherent word in the past however many seconds of combat. It is simply no, but at this screeching level. This screeching level of volume. Do you look inside?
I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to turn my back and kind of move into the room away from her. Yeah.
You're going to take an opportunity attack.
Sure am. But I don't want to stand there, so... Actually, no, I won't.
That is another 16.
I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Ooh. Ooh. Checkmate, atheist.
All right.
And then I'm going to move into the room.
Good picks. You're supposed to forget you have a bonus action.
How could he?
Even so, the being lashes out towards you, but you have already fainted away, and as her now claw-like fingers rake through the air where you were, you are already in the next room. As you dash in, you see the dim outlines of what looks to be a shrouded crib covered with a black length of cloth. Nearby, assorted boxes, neatly kept. And that is the end of your turn.
Cool.
And the beginning of Sadrin's.
I am going to reach out and touch this creature and inflict wounds.
Ooh. Ooh.
Does a 21 hit?
It does.
All right. Now I just need to find my d10s.
I'd like to reach out and PWK this guy. Just
19 points of damage.
You reach out and grasp at the cold
Necrotic
being in
damage.
front of you and clamp your hand down on the extended forearm of it. And you will the necrotic damage to unravel the magical weave within this creature. However, as you do, you feel the magic sort of not hit a wall, but it almost flows into a void, like empty space. And you look to see that the specter is now looking at you as if completely unharmed.
Necrotic.
Do you want to do anything for your bonus action?
don't have anything to do for my bonus action, so no.
Move into the room.
That's a great point. That's kind of dignified. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm just gonna step to my right, and I'm gonna just tuck behind the door.
All right. With that, we're at the top of the round, starting with Brittany.
Brittany peeks around the corner and sees that the ghost has moved closer. Goes, and then runs farther away, back this way and cowers behind the dead knight.
Brave Sir Robin ran away.
That's my turn.
If you guessed, you guessed. That's that.
Bravely ran away.
All right, we're on to Victor then, with Sudriel on deck. You are also muted in Discord.
So, Victor, seeing his chance, gives a sharp whistle, and he grabs Frank by his shoulder and gets on his back and starts to charge towards this apparition. He is going to cast Firebolt at it, which that's going to be. I don't think that's gonna hit. 9.
No.
Yeah.
Firebolt passes through empty air.
Oh.
Now that being said, what is gonna happen is he's going to have Frank charge straight into her, as he's hopping on his back, and he's just gonna try and pile drive her with Frank.
Okay.
And that will be a 23 to hit.
Does hit.
All right. And that will be 6 damage.
All right. What kind of damage?
Bludgeoning. I'm sorry, force damage.
Okay. You huck a firebolt from the shoulder of Frank, and then you are propelled forward. As Frank crashes into the specter, I need you to make a dex save, presuming that you are riding on his shoulders.
Yes. That is a nat 1, baby.
All right. You go flying off and take
Nice.
1 bludgeoning damage as you hit the floor awkwardly. But hey, you're in the room.
Just so you're aware, Matt, I looked up heroism because I thought there was a little extra to it. I added 3 temp HP. I get 3 temp HP each turn as long as she maintains concentration.
Yeah.
So I just added that HP.
Cool. That's very good to know. Okay. Thank you for that note. Victor, is that the end of your turn? You've used your
Yes,
bonus
sir.
action and action. Okay, cool. We're moving on to Sudriel with Mirio on deck.
All right. Seeing her in basically in this position, now aiming at the people coming through the door, I'm going to try and move over here to her chair and try and investigate anything, trying to figure out why she's here, trying to figure out what she may be guarding.
Your path to do that will have you move past her, given the open space in the room currently.
Does she have an attack of opportunity from
That's a
the reaction
great
attack?
question. She does not, because Aiden spent it. Very
Yeah.
good.
Well, technically,
move right
I
past.
didn't because I disengaged. Unless you want to rule it as she did.
True.
Also a great point. I just said
I'll tank it
something-
regardless.
I
I'll
just
tank it regardless.
said something. I mean, if you want it, I'll give it to you. But I just said something, and I have to walk back on it if I want to.
No,
I'm just gonna
It's
let
true.
it slide.
It's-
you narrated.
it's
You
your-
narrated, bro.
Yeah.
It's your ruling.
Yeah, it's your ruling.
You narrated because she would have
Oh, yeah.
swung, but disengaged. So it doesn't have to use her reaction.
It's good. You slip by as she's sort of reeling from the bludgeoning strike of Franck.
Frank.
Frank.
I'm gonna try and investigate like what she is guarding or why she may be in the room.
Right, roll investigation.
That is a mod here. Investigation is 24.
On the 24, you go over to the other side of the room and see very plainly what is a nursing chair. It is faced against a pleasant, warm hearth with all sorts of like the implements needed to have a cozy little nook where you can take care of a little baby.
Seeing
Small
this,
blankets folded nearby and whatnot.
would I be able to see down the corridor that Brad's in?
Not where you are currently. And with
Okay.
the dimness of the room, do you have dark vision?
I believe I do. I hope I do. Most certainly.
Do not.
If you move, if you move,
I have dark vision.
I'm 6 feet. I'm 6 feet. I swear.
if you move in line with the Spectre and Aiden, yes.
All right. I'll move here in front of the cabinetry. Kind of like here.
You see the spindly silhouette of Aiden sort of scribbling through the shadows at the other end of this long now corridor. And you also see the silhouette of the shroud covering what appears to be a slatted crib.
And I don't know if this would be an action to call out to her or to try and persuade her in some way. But I'd like to yell out to her, "Your baby is gone. Your baby is no longer here."
Oof.
Yikes.
She hears you and whips around, oscillating between the one who is in the nursery proper and the one who has just said that her baby no longer exists.
Ruh-roh.
And that is the end of your turn.
Raggy?
Okay. I got it. Got a big brain plan.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna kill myself and then I can fight her as a ghost.
Oh gosh.
Yes, he's a phantom.
This is
He was real. He was just
Something you
27.
can never even say as a DM. Can't see it coming,
big brain plays.
dude. Big brain. All right.
Also, hold up, my boy.
My boy.
He doesn't have room to slip through.
He could climb up on Frank's back.
He is going to look at the door, see Big Frank in the doorway, giga chadding it up. He's gonna look and see everybody that's rushed in, and he's gonna look, and he's gonna turn and see Brittany sort of cowering in the corner, and he's gonna to her,
Waves
just
up to Brittany.
softly waving to her.
You see this
Cute.
little automata made of just rods and curved bits of metal with these big, beady, but somehow cute eyes clatter on over to you, and it looks up and raises its arm and starts to wave at you.
Brittany, confused, is like, I.
and as he's waving, and you sort of recognize him. He goes, like, motions for like you to follow him.
Oh boy.
And that is your turn.
Yep.
So, Mirio, you are up.
All right, Muriel. Let's see it. Let's see it, Muriel.
It's me.
Smashing time.
I'm going to
Oh.
run up and spend a bonus action for a fainting attack for advantage. Please!
Don't forget.
Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
Don't
roll a
forget your
separate
con
d20.
save.
I'm gonna roll a separate d20 here for the con save, and if it happens, then I just lose my turn. That was a 10 on the die. My DC's an 8,
shit.
so
All
we're
right,
good.
you're good.
That's a 23 to hit.
All right, that hits.
Yay! Woo, baby!
Ooh, baby, a triple.
Yeah.
Baby! Finally!
What's your damage, dude?
Let me see. I gotta get
You good?
here.
Right? Oh man, this is the second time I've made a player cry in Curse of Strahd this week.
Damn.
Yikes.
Nice.
Big goof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I killed somebody in my other campaign this week.
Oh.
Nice.
That's crazy, because my character died in another campaign this week.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
Everybody woke
That's
up this week and
crazy,
said,
because Zach's character is going to die in a campaign this week, too.
Yeah, he is.
That's crazy because all of our characters are gonna die in Zach's campaign next week.
Hell yeah! Die.
"True."
That is 21 points
Damn.
bludgeoning damage.
Shit.
Mirio, as you wing your warhammer around, how do you want to do this?
Yes.
Nice.
I
Let's
want-
go.
As I kind of move into melee range, giving it a huge, backward swing, I'm gonna carry the weight for 5 feet and spin towards the ghost, and just kind of whirlwinding spin up to this spectre-y woman, and the spin just times it so that it slams into the back side of the ghost's head, and it just just kind of goes horizontal as a wisp into the air and dissipates from the impact, from the head to the feet.
Thank you. We have friends visiting.
Hi, friend.
Hi.
Hey,
There you go.
what's up? As you begin to hammer throw, basically, around in a circle, you pick up tons of momentum, and as you bring your hammer into the side of the ghost, it looks just in time to see that you have brought your hammer in with massive force, and it knows that its time is gone. It whispers one word before ghost just disapparates in front of you, and whatever once existed of it is now particles glowing in the air. Anybody within 5 feet may make a perception check to
Oh boy.
determine what that whisper was.
Is that me?
Should I make Frank make one or no?
No.
You said a perception check?
Yes.
There it is. I was like, I can't find it. Please be good to me. Please be good to me. Please be good to me. A nat 20.
Mm.
On a
21
nat
total.
20, you heard a name. The scream cut short, and the echo pronouncing the name Walter.
Walter.
Walter. Interesting.
Walter.
Why would you
Walter.
name your baby Walter?
Maybe it's a loved one. Anybody else
Not of his name, Walter.
hear that at all?
White.
Just curious. This,
What do you
Go-
hear? What?
she screamed Walter. That's
Who's Walter?
it. No idea. Your guess is as good
Oh.
as mine, Brittany.
No, I
Loved
don't
one?
think I heard about any Walter. So
Baby?
I'd like to chime
pet?
up as she chimes up about it. I'd step forward and be like, "That was the name of her son, the one that died in the crib." And I'll nod down the hall to see where Brad's standing out in the covered, like, baby crib.
I'll peek my head around the corner. Oh. We sure there's nothing in there?
I'm looking now.
Frank, he kind of.
You said you're looking in, Brad?
Sure am.
You look into the crib and part the veil to look inside. You see a tightly wrapped bundle of cloth lying in the dead center. It is approximately baby size.
I will carefully try to unwrap it. Does it smell?
It smells, as the rest of the house does on this level, of dust and moldering mildew. And as you unwrap the cloth from its tight, knotted arrangement, it sort of all at once tumbles open in your hands, and you reveal that there was nothing inside all along. You hear the wind rush along the walls outside, and the rain announces itself to your senses. And as you cool down from the battle, we're going to take a break. Be right back. 5 minutes.
All right.
Cool.
Mr. Obama?
You call yourself.
Okay, but you can only do that if you pose like what's her face from Street Fighter. Yeah.
Amazing.
The chick who uses her feet.
Thank you, Matt.
You know, that's known for that.
Uses her what?
How?
Like everyone like says it's they made her with like the feet people
Who
in
is it?
mind.
Oh, the new one? The
The
Spider
one
Girl?
from
Right.
oh no.
Starts with a J. I don't know what her name is. She's not new. I don't think.
Shit, fucking. I know who you're talking
purple,
about.
right?
She's like purple with the black hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
The spider, yeah. I thought she was new.
Oh, she's been out for like 6 games, dude.
Oh, shit, for real? I don't
Yeah.
play them, so, like, I wouldn't know. I just know
Are we
recently,
streaming
like,
Jury.
Never stopped.
So you are right.
it's okay.
Yeah,
They need
wow.
to know who we are. They're going to find out eventually.
Well, I just unmuted when I undeafened, so.
All right. Well, on that note, are we ready to begin again?
Yes, sir.
Si, senor.
Okay. As the air settles after the disturbing sounds and combat of the last minutes, you are all afforded a chance to explore once more.
So, if I may go first, if anybody else has no complaint, Frank will kind of go from this kind of like boxer stance, and like his shoulders relax. Still a giant, but less threatening. He has like kind of face plates and you know the metal plates over some of his wooden parts all over his body, and the plates on his face kind of look like the armor Titan from Attack on Titan, and they split open a little bit, and you see some steam come out of his mouth as he kind of laxes, and the plates aren't as wound as tightly as they should be for combat, and his eyes don't change, but some of like the metal around them softens. He kind of gives big Iron Giant vibes, and he softens and he looks at blah 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 Sadrin and kind of gives her like a head cocked in a wave, but just like his hands up, moving ever so slightly. Victor pulls himself up off the floor and goes, "Oh God, okay, well, Frank, before I forget, there's a dead suit of armor in there. We could use that to upgrade you. Here's some rope," and he hands him his rope. He's like, "Tie it into a bundle as much as you can carry, easily, and carry it throughout the rest of the house with us."
So your guy have a strength score?
Yes, he can take a grand total of 210.
Yeah. Which is crazy because their athletics mod is not that insane.
No?
No. Yeah, Steel Defender athletics mod is only like a 2.
It's wild.
I know. It's nutty.
Because they're not athletic, they're just strong.
I mean, regardless, it should play into itself.
All right. Add 65 pounds to a weight tally for what Frank is carrying.
Okay.
Oh, I would like
And
to
what's
say...
this? What's this automaton's strength score?
14.
I would have some
Alright, multiply that by
filler color.
15.
Yeah, so 210.
As you're doing math for this. The little chibi robo guy that is waving to Brittany would sort of softly like reach up and like open his like little like claw hand, like almost for her to like hold. And Addie, would you take the claw hand of the little robo child?
I'm just gonna look at it. and then look over at you guys and be like, what does it want? I don't speak robot.
And as you like say that, he like pulls his hand back, and his other claw hand is like he's gonna like Lego lock hand, and then unhook his hand, and then like hand it like reach back up to you.
I don't really. What do I tell him if I don't want to hold his hand? I don't want to be mean.
Well, if you won't hold his hand, I will.
Do I need to hold his hand? Is it some sort of like programming? Oh, he's a child?
I think he's just trying to be nice.
Oh. I'm gonna like grab part, like he's holding it like this, I'm gonna like grab like this and be like,
and as you kind of like daintily hold his like claw, he's gonna like immediately start trying to pull you across the room towards the door where everybody else is.
And I'll just follow him and be like, okay, here we go.
And
Can you remind me how tall he is?
he is probably about 3 feet. He is well under like half the size of most people. And so he would be like
under half the size of most people is 3 feet. Are you for real right now?
I'm sorry. About the half size of most people.
I know. I'm just
people bringing down the average.
Pain.
So, like leading her very quickly across the room, he will like let go of her hand and then like point to everybody in the room, look at her, and then clasp his hand together again, and then walk over and before what's your robot's name, Braden? Frank. I almost said Kronk, but before Frank can leave the room, he's going to walk up and he's going to hug Frank's leg.
Frank will like look down very slowly, like almost like delayed reaction. He's gonna look at Victor, and then look at the little guy, and Victor's gonna be like, and Frank will just like his metal plates almost form a smile as one like overlaps the other, and he's just gonna like boom, boom, boom as you hear metal on metal. It's like a heavy clunk too. Like this guy's expressionless, but you hear kunk, kunk, kunk. He's then gonna. How much does your little guy weigh?
Oh, like 15 pounds tops.
Oh yeah, so he's holding the ropes with the armor on his left side, and then he's gonna like put him on his right shoulder, Voltron style.
And with ease, like kind of with pretty decent dexterity, he would like just like up on your shoulder.
I love how when we started, it's like, oh, I can make a cooler crossbow than you can make, and now our robot's like, buddy.
It's been a rough week. We need some like friendly time.
Need some wholesome robot action.
Bromance is real.
Hot metal on metal action.
All right, here we are. Anybody else doing anything in this time?
I'm opening the door next to me.
You open this door to reveal a dusty chamber packed with old furniture, all sorts of things: chairs, coat racks, standing mirrors, dress mannequins, the accoutrement of a well-furnished home. Everything, though, is draped in dusty white sheets. There is an iron stove in the corner, and though in this representation it is with a candle on top, it does have a drape over it as well.
Just
next to it is a wooden trunk.
Ooh.
Large thing.
All right, I'll go dig into a big, large wooden trunk.
You lift the latch and see that no lock has barred the hinge from opening. And so, with it being on a free hinge, you open the box. Inside what you see is another sheet. This one sort of crumpled up towards the top, as if it was stuffed inside.
I'll pull it out. Is there anything under it or anything special about the sheet?
You pull at the sheet until, at one point, it gets a little heavier, as if something is caught in it. You look down and see dark stains. Brown beige.
I'll continue pulling.
You continue pulling out the sheet until you hear a hollow thunk, and then a few more rattling sounds. You look to see what has fallen into the box, and see a jaw, a skeletal jaw, and portions of fingers and a lower leg, the tibia. The rest of the sheet that you have pulled out softly rustles, and also you think you hear the dull clattering of objects inside of the stained bedsheet.
What's the size on these bones? Is this baby-size bones?
No. Fully grown human.
Interesting. Alright, well, I'll leave that. Anything else in this room?
You set the sheet back into the box with a hearty thunk and leave it there. You may roll an investigation check.
I would love to. Uh, 10.
Roll a D100.
Ooh.
Ooh.
35.
You search through things and, ignoring mostly the larger pieces of furniture, sort of rustle around in the smaller objects. And at one point your hand touches something metal. You grasp at it and feel a chain, small and finely crafted. You pull it from underneath a few folds of cloth which have been stacked like linens in one of the shelves, and find a necklace formed of a dozen holy symbols that seem to have been interlinked with each other. That said, you can tell they're holy symbols mostly by their designs, all sorts of emblematic symbols, which are not family crests so much as callbacks to some sort of iconography. Unfortunately, you don't immediately recognize any of them.
I'll take it and I'll join everyone back in the other room. And anyone recognize these symbols on this? It's a necklace.
Symbols? I mean, don't mind looking.
I'll hand it off to you.
You take the necklace, and even to you, these symbols look mostly foreign, although, with a love of books that your character has, I'll allow you to make a history or religion check.
Ooh, let's see. Well, I am proficient in both, so I guess it doesn't really matter. That is a dirty 20 in history. Technically a dirty 20 in both, because they both have the same. But
Mhm. You look at the holy symbols and recognize that many of them are um, like similar to symbols that are already outmoded by 100 or so years. And there are a couple that you don't recognize as well. Some of the common ones are like an analog in a different style to Chantea. Um, you recognize. Oh man, here comes my favorite knowledge. Or doesn't. Here it doesn't come. You recognize a bunch of different holy symbols, including
Nice.
sheaves of wheat as Chantea. Um, I wish I had my Sword Coast book. Another one you recognize, or rather, only recognize from its mysterious aspect, is a skull, which holds a scroll in its mouth. The other ones seem to be derivative from um, existing deities.
Some of this stuff is really old, but I recognize a few of them. Not enough to go off of, really.
Evil or
On your 20 history check, I'll say that you recognize that in a strange way, these symbols, linked as they are, seem to catalog a sort of life cycle. Everything from the goddess of the harvest to the deities associated with death and, just the eventual death that everything has for the most part.
Yeah. Unless you think the cycle of life is evil, not really.
oh, interesting. Considering I found it in a room with a dead body in a box.
Well, usually dead bodies go in boxes.
Not wrapped up in sheets and stuffed into one.
I think that's considered mummifying.
I don't think this was mummifying.
Anyway,
And recalling,
sorry, go ahead.
it was indeed more of a chest, a coffer, than it was a coffin. But, of course, Sadrin would not have known that.
Meh. Are you gonna hold on to that, Aiden?
No, if you have interest in it, it's all yours. I was just curious.
Yeah, I'll definitely hold on to it. Maybe I can do some more study in this. Figure out what some of these other older symbols are.
No, it's a bad thought.
I'm gonna add it to the other necklace around my neck.
Okay. And also go ahead and add a custom item to your inventory. The necklace of the Pantheon.
Ooh.
It gives her a spell from each of the deities.
The spear only points in one
What
direction.
The rest of you, what are you doing? I think Victor and Aiden and Sadrin and
Oh, come on, seriously.
sort of Brittany have taken some actions.
You said of the Pantheon?
Yes, the Pantheon.
Okay, sorry.
A spear points in only one direction.
As my robot would enter the room and sort of clamber up Franck, I would just kind of like, I wouldn't be like shocked or surprised at him. I'd be just kind of like looking at him. Well, at least he is personable. And I'll kind of like reach up to Franck and like past Franck's shoulder to like get my robot to come down. All right, come on, get down. And like taking him kind of down, either by lifting him up like I would a small child, or like a crawl down my body. I would try and pull my robot off of Frank, and I'll pull him to the side of the room for another little pep talk. Really T-ball dadding this one up.
I don't know that Dad doesn't consider you to be enough as you are. All right, son.
Ouch,
Here's
wow,
the thing. We've been here 5 times a day. I kid.
No, you're good. You're good.
Chibi Robo is enough for all of our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
The rain falls against the windows and splatters against the balcony door. What do the rest of you do?
Well, if everyone's chilling, I would start checking out this room.
Mirio or Brittany wish to make any actions of their own?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead if you were gonna go first.
Rollies. Come on, rollies. Rollies
Do
for
it.
the roleplay.
Do it.
2.
Show it.
16.
All you.
Nice.
I think Brittany, as scared as she is gonna be like up with them as they're looking at the ruins and pretending like she knows what's going on, and just being like, yeah, just looking at everything. But anytime a question comes up about like trying to get an actual answer out of something, she pretends like she's kind of looking around the room instead. So it's kind of like and she's just honestly like trying to be near people because she's still freaked out, but also not look completely lost, though everybody knows she is. So, oh yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. Things like that, like under her breath, but not actually contributing to the conversation. And when they were arguing about like whether the body being in the box with sheets was normal, she was kind of just like, why is it even here? Like, she just is not getting it, but she doesn't want to be excluded. So she's not doing anything of import. She's just trying to be part of the team. Really.
I love it.
So,
Brittany
that's
sort of
Brittany's.
bounces
Brittany's
around.
having a good time.
and- yeah. Brittany, roll perception. Flash of something catches your eye on the bookshelf as you're sort of looking around.
Oh, a 7. Big money.
No whammy.
You look and see that the shelf has a bunch of books on it and some clutter. It's mostly uninteresting. But I would like you to roll a d20.
Ooh.
10.
There's a little crumpled cloth laid on one of the shelves. Not very tidily. The rest of the room is pretty tidy, but that is laid haphazardly. It's the only thing noticeable about the shelf, really.
Okay.
Even the clutter is tidy, quote unquote, but that sort of drapes over in an inappropriate way.
I'm gonna, as I spot it, Brittany's gonna be like, does this mean something? Thinking she's like coming up with something like super secret that no one saw. Just like, it was thrown onto that shelf over there, but it looks like it shouldn't be. So I thought maybe it could mean something. I don't know what, but
I'll investigate.
You pull this piece of cloth up and say, "Hey," and are you even like looking at it as you say, "Is this something?" Or are you just like, "Hey, I found a thing"?
I'm just. And then I look at it as I'm holding it up, and I'm like, ew. Like I realize
You
what I'm
notice
holding.
It's got some like holes in it, and it's got a long draping point, but it's sort of like when you pick up a piece of cloth. Like if you've ever left a bunch of clothes on the floor and then you forget what's what, and you're like, "Oh, what is this?" You forget where the holes are on like a pair of black jeans versus the pair of, or like a black shirt. It's kind of like that sensation of I don't know what this piece of clothing actually is, but it's got some holes in it. As you look at it, is kind of like a balaclava almost, but just with a long draping top to it.
Is it cool looking?
Yeah, sure. Put it on.
Yeah, slide it on, see what happens.
It does. It's got this feeling of like a uniformity to it.
Does it have
And
any?
it almost looks like an executioner's hood.
Interesting.
Well, that
it-
got uncomfy real quick.
Does it have anything like any markings on it or anything stitched into it?
Yes. You have enough time that maybe both you and Brittany are able to look at it, or maybe Brittany's just holding it up the whole time like, I found it. I'm not sure. But regardless, you're able to observe that sort of embroidered with good intent maybe, but bad stitching is like a sort of crest-shaped thing. It looks like vaguely familiar.
It's not the crest that was of this house, right?
No, the crest for the house is a windmill, and it's just different. It splays out towards the top like the hilt of a sword, but it's still contained mostly within a shield shape. You look a little closer and scrutinize it, and you think there's like a bird, maybe? A bird rising almost with its wings extended out.
Interesting.
Again, it looks familiar. In fact, it looks vaguely familiar to all of you. Anybody who would like to is able to make a history check.
I'll make one.
I will make one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Anybody
make
who would
one.
like to help somebody else is certainly able to do that as well.
Who's good at it?
I'll just help.
I'm good. I'm proficient. I have a +4.
I will help her.
I got a 24.
Tiny one.
23.
Wow, high rollers tonight.
Jeez, guys. 3 of you at the same time.
37.
Putting your heads together and sort of puzzling over this symbol with the rest of the party, too. 3 of you recognize it at the same time as you brainstorm. This is a bad recreation of the seal placed on the letter which you found on the body.
Ooh, I knew it.
The body in the house we stayed in?
No,
No,
the
a body of the one
you
that the
found
note that I picked up.
as you
That we found
entered.
at the beginning.
Oh.
The body with the note from the burgomaster.
New official title.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
The hood twists in the dead air as the fabric flexes and flexes back and kind of twists as it's held aloft. Facing all of you at some point with a strange contorted face.
Well, is it worth keeping, or is it just some old hood?
It seems oddly connected. I don't know, but maybe we should just keep it around. See if anything happens.
Is it black?
Yes.
Alright, well, we can hold on to it for now until see if something makes a connection with it. I'll hold on to it.
Had a black executioner's hood. Although it was Brittany who picked it up.
I don't want it though. I realized what it was and was like, oh.
Alright then. It's yours. For the price of free.
Yeah.
And pocketing this hood into whatever nook you can find within your pack, the lot of you are left to decide what it is you wish to do next.
I think we should check those doors over where I headed before we were attacked by the armor.
Is there anything else in this room? Like maybe by this chest locker thing?
The nursery?
Yeah, no.
Oh, that.
This.
Yeah. That is the wardrobe. Yeah, you open up the wardrobe of the room and it's just full of old clothing. Drab by now, sort of time-worn, withered.
Wither.
Looks like it could be fit for an adult person.
Okie dokie.
I'd like to make my way back out into the hall, the main hallway, or the landing area, whatever you want to call it, with me and my son. My boy.
My boy.
My boy.
Thanks.
Father, help!
Victor kind of calls you all to... Brad, what are you doing?
Ninja.
Victor kind of calls everybody to go out and check out the other side of this upper story, and one by one you file out. The landing is a little different now. There's no armor overlooking you, and you have a chance to observe it almost for the first time with the piece that now occupies it. Where do you go?
Victor is going to round the corner with Bronk at his side, and he's going to go to this single door.
The single door. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You open it?
Yeah.
You grasp the handle and open the creaking door.
Is that an actual door in our chat? Mr. Doorman himself?
Mr. Doorman himself.
And you are greeted with a dark room. If you do not have dark vision, you cannot see.
I do not, but I will light a torch. And by light a torch, I mean it's literally it's one of his artificer tools, like it's a torch. Just for Flavor Town, you know?
Right.
Flavor Town.
You light a torch, using your artificer's magics. And with a... What is illuminated is a dark bathroom, covered in dark paneling. You walk inside and see a wooden tub with clawed feet, and a small iron stove with a kettle resting lifelessly atop it. A barrel is positioned underneath a spigot in the east wall. And a pipe runs up and then out of the room from that spigot.
He takes a quick look around, but nothing too... What are these gravestone-looking things on the side of the wall?
Decorations.
Just decorations.
Decoration.
They're just towels hanging from the rack.
He takes a quick look and just quickly just decides, well, that's just a bathroom, just a bathing room, and comes back out and goes, it's just a cleanup room. We're good. There's a joke somewhere about someone needing to go in there because they crapped their pants, but I don't know. I don't know. Frank, you get me, right? And Frank kind of gives a weird little robotic sound of hydraulics.
You hear what sounds like wooden furniture banging together from the distance within Frank's chest.
Victor comes back out and looks at Aiden and kind of gives him a be my guest gesture toward the double doors.
You are ushered towards the double doors as an invitation to enter them together, Aiden.
I follow.
You grasp the doors, which are a little bit nicer capped than some of the other ones nearby, and together push them. They are a little stiff to open, but after a good shove, they open up.
A nice big room.
You are greeted by a master suite. As you come up to the double doors, you notice that they are well crafted. They have dusty panes of stained glass set into them, and by the leading of that glass, you can see that the designs are sort of like the windmills that you saw earlier. As you open up the doors, dust cascades to meet you. You see cobwebs are prevalent everywhere, hanging from the ceiling, almost as a sort of second drape to lay over the four-poster bed. And that bed is one of the major furnishings in this room. It's built tall, and you can see it's finely crafted, but clearly hasn't been occupied for a long time. The comforter over top of it is moth-eaten and peppered with holes. The curtains that once probably covered this opulently, are now also tattered and blow in the air as you move towards it. The bed was clearly designed as a set, and it's matched with empty wardrobes nearby. There are doors and drawers hanging open, a vanity nearby with a wood-framed mirror, and on top of which is a jewelry box. In front of what used to be a very, how to say, ostentatious tiger rug?
Yeah.
Or I should say ostentatious fireplace this high up in a house is a tiger rug. Pardon me. The skin now is just as tattered and fur-bare as the rest of this whole room. You see there are some portraits hanging over the fireplace as well, but they, just like everything here, are covered in dust as if they have not been disturbed in a very long time. You see a parlor nearby as well, that little alcove to the right of the door, occupied by a few chairs and other small parlor furniture.
Can I look under the tiger rug?
You lift a paw and the whole rug lifts for a moment before the leather, dried, cracks off in your hand. The rest of the rug falls to the floor, but with the glimpse that you get, you can see there are no hidden goodies underneath, save for some dead pill bugs. And a lot of dust.
Then I'll go check out the other door back here.
Was there anything in this, Matt?
That is a mirror, floor-length mirror.
Okay.
The edges of it are pockmarked in that way that old mirrors get after a time. All right. Braden wanted to open that door, see what was there. You open the door to see a walk-in closet. It too is filled with the remnants of old things. And remnants they are. Not a scrap of usable clothing exists in this very well-furnished, or very well-stocked closet.
He takes a quick look around, doesn't see anything, and pops back out. As he walks out, hear Aiden again. He goes, "Okay, so I've been keeping track of the floors in the house, and something on the which way is north in this map?"
North is towards the back of the four-poster bed.
Okay,
Nope.
so
No, it's not. It's towards the fireplace. Excuse
towards the
me.
fireplace. So he's like, I don't know. Granted, I'm a scientist, not a home builder, but I keep seeing the same wall on every floor on the north side. So if you're this corner by the fireplace, it's that one. It's yeah. He's like getting kind of scrambled with his words, trying to talk as fast as he thinks.
Seems that there's space there.
Yes, precisely. Thank you. Sorry, the brain fast. I was hoping that perhaps we would find something here, but nothing yet.
No, I track it. There's definitely something missing in this house. There's extra space. I don't know what for in several areas.
Victor kind of agrees and is, he's fine with knowing that someone else caught on to it. Is this another door back here?
Where?
Like in the southmost point of the room?
You mean in the parlor?
Yes. So in the parlor, there's the outside door,
Yeah.
and then across from it, there's something else. Is that another door?
You walk over, and as you look out to see another nice little balcony, you turn your head to see the third-story dumbwaiter. Its door is shut currently.
Okay. And we established that the dumbwaiter only goes up, the one that's downstairs, right?
Yes.
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 The bottom is the butt downstairs.
Okay. I'll look in. I'll open it and I'll poke my head inside, and I'm gonna see if it goes up any further.
You look to see if the dumbwaiter goes up, and instead see the very top of the dumbwaiter is right above you.
Okay.
The alcove in this room is all that's left for the rest of it.
Victor comes back over to Aiden. He's like, "All right. Well, I've only noticed the portion of this mansion on the north side with extra space. You said you mentioned that there was other places."
I mean, outside of this dumbwaiter, which you just seen that it was filled, there does seem to be space on the over near the stairs, on the south west side of the building where we've been coming up.
Interesting. All right. Well, we'll shot, shall we?
You re-enter onto the balcony, and then cross into the nursemaid's room.
I find it also weird that we haven't seen, for a house that supposedly has 2 kids' bedrooms and guest quarters and things up supposedly upstairs here. It's seems odd, the number of bedrooms and lack of young children's signs of life.
Yes. The children, I don't know. I don't trust them. Maybe it's because we're in a spooky land and we keep, hearing all these rumors and people are generally paranoid, but I just get the feeling that maybe they aren't, at the very least, they're not being honest. But at the worst, those are not children.
I mean, they seemed like children.
Yes, but looks can be deceiving. He kind of scratches the back of his head when he says that. Does he by chance see the mark that Miro hit earlier?
No, but you can roll a perception check to try to find it.
Okay. That is gonna be...
The bludgeoning strike of Mirio teases at your memory, and you attempt to recall where exactly it was, but you can't. So, you turn to your eyes. An 8.
18. I'm sorry.
It's 18. Okay. You notice on the far wall, the spot where Mirio's warhammer impacted. It has left a surprisingly light gouge, but a gouge nonetheless. It would take a craftsperson of some merit to repair it. But you look a little closer, nearing it, and see that while most of the ivy and berries are just that, one of the berries seems to be staring back out at you, with a little hollow carved in the middle of it, and an iris notched. An eye. You look, and every 10th, every 15th berry is an eyeball staring back at you. You follow the line up to the mantle of the fireplace, and then quickly your eye darts along the side of the wall leading back towards the door, but it catches on something. A snag. A bit of the pattern which isn't so much a pattern as it is a handle. On a door, on an 18, a door presents itself to you.
Nice.
Lol. I'm tired.
He goes, secret trapdoor. Hell yeah. And from like as far away as he can, with his prosthetic limb, very intentionally not his real limb, he like grabs the handle.
You like tease at it, like it's like somewhat spring loaded, so you like like lose your grip a few times, and then finally you get it and turn the handle very gingerly. The door opens without any problem, despite your reticence to be rash. Not a misplaced precaution, but as you open the door, you hear from above, and air seems to crack open as the door does as well, as if you're opening some sort of tomb.
Well, time to go.
Well done, Victor.
I have my moments. Thank you.
Those of you on the balcony, you turn quickly as you hear thump, 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 thump. The sound disappears for a moment, and then Franck turns as he's still in the bathroom doorway fortuitously as the sound it's quick.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go investigate this room that Victor has.
Would you like me to send Frank first? Like, you know, I can always rebuild him, so you know, he might be a bit of a good shield. But, you know, you also seem like you like to sneak around, so
Is this a ladder, Matt?
You enter the small room, and the air inside is strangely still, and it's quiet, as if you're stepping into a part of the house that has been kept silent for so long that it knows nothing else but silence. You turn and see a ladder leading, presumably, to the attic.
No offense, but I don't think Franck would be very stealthy, and I don't want to risk him breaking this ladder. I don't mind going ahead first. And try not to disturb the sound of silence.
Wow, you had to, didn't you?
I'm going to try to stealth up this ladder.
Victor writes down "Sound of Silence" in one of his notebooks.
He's just got like a bunch of random song titles in it. Everlong. Even flow. What the? Monkey wrench? Like
Sound of Silence.
Wonder Wall. He's like looking at this wall with the trap door.
It's got anyway penciled in right before Wonderwall.
Anyways. Here's Wonderwall. Stealth.
Anyways. Aiden disappears. The rest of you, however, unless you're following Victor and Aiden attentively, have no idea what's going on. And so you're free to do whatever you wish. Unless, of course, you are following.
That is a dirty 20, Matt.
Okay, noted.
For all the
We'll come back to
stuff.
this in just a moment. But I do want to check on what everybody else is doing first before we continue.
I think I would have followed, but like absent-mindedly followed. Kind of just like thinking back to the kids, hoping that they're okay. Kind of tempted to go back and check on them, but also like, we've gotten this far, you just need to keep going. I'm sure they're fine. You haven't heard any screams, they're okay.
And the rest of you?
I would say hearing the thudding footsteps of Franck just echoing through the floor, just kind of suddenly stop. It kind of piques my intrigue for a second, and I would kind of lean into the room, not seeing technically the three of them, I guess, at this point. What happened? What happened to Aiden and Victor and where's the big one? And like moving further into the room, I would see the door as well and make my way towards that with my unnamed Robo Boy. I really do need to come up with a name for him.
Charlie.
That may be his next upgrade. Is like no actual like physical upgrades. He just gets a name.
Hey.
He doesn't
Just
deserve a
metal
yet.
nameplate like etched to his chest or something.
There's power in a name.
During this time,
Yeah, no
as just a little
fucking
bit of
fake
flavor,
shit.
Franck kind of is very inquisitive of the bed, because as opposed to himself, it's very soft and nice looking, and he like touches it with his arm, and he's like enthralled by the idea of like springs being in there. He's kind of not jumping on it, but he's like pressing up and down with the tension, and Victor just gives a quick little, Franck, no jumping on the bed. Did you hear about the monkeys?
Headcanon, just seeing Franck just through the bed as he jumps on
One
the
floor
kid.
down. One floor down. One floor down.
Not through the bed first, but like through the ceiling first, like cracking the plaster and everything, and then after a few seconds of being stuck by his chin, through the floor.
Yep. But the floor around his chin's still with him. It's like the Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Oh my gosh, Franck is just Tom, and Chibi Robo's Jerry. Headcanon.
Amazing.
Anytime Franck gets his foot smacked, he does the Tom.
Sadrin and Mirio and Brittany.
I already said I was following absent-mindedly, so
That's right. I forgot.
hope you're good.
I think Brittany will be like still kind of looking around these rooms, and not until she kind of notices there's not anyone around her does she like rush to follow the rest of the group. So unintentionally at the back.
It's like when you're a kid and like you're at the grocery store and your mom goes around the corner and you're like looking at something and you just didn't see her go around the corner, and then you look and you're like, oh no, I'm all alone.
There's no
And then you freak
one
out.
beside me.
Hurries to catch the rest of the party as her curiosity got the better of her timing. She rejoins quickly though, and as Aiden heads the way, Sudriel, I think, peeks his head into the dusty attic ladder. Returning to Aiden. You rolled a 16, or a 20 on
dirty
stealth,
20,
excuse
yep.
me. Yes. And so, eventually, you land on the next floor and are greeted with stairs. Alright, I am pulling everybody's characters over currently.
Cool.
Can everybody double... Well, I guess not everybody, but can most people double click?
I can.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Burrito.
Yep. I was like, it's only me. No, it's not.
And did we want to leave Franck down below, or...
Can we test first? Because I mean, he's only medium-sized, but I don't know.
Franck
Like,
puts
he
a
will try the
foot
first.
on the ladder, and it seems to be alright enough. That said, the rest of you are not stealthing, and thus your movement is louder. However, you are behind Aiden, and for the moment, we will follow him. One last thing, Obi, did you want to do anything before we proceed up to the next?
Nope, I'm just fine.
Okay. Aiden, you reach the top landing of the stairs, with the party waiting anxiously behind you. You come to a door. It is older and more degraded than any in the house you have seen thus far. It's strangely warm but clammy in this upper story attic.
I'll open the door slowly.
Got a very simple latch. You carefully pull down the ring to lever the latch off of the notch of the door, hoping that on the other side, whatever ring won't jingle as you do so. And you pull it off. Sort of nursing the hinge open, you manage to very slowly open the door. And you're greeted to a very cluttered hallway. It's bare of any furniture or meaningful objects, but papers and detritus and bits of what you might refer to as insulation of a different type, and extra leftover storage of things like rugs that might not have been suitable for the lower levels. Those are what you see in this entry hallway to the attic.
All right.
There
Is
seem
it?
to be 4 doors.
I'm
And no windows. It is completely dark up here.
I'm assuming it's all like there's a nice layer of dust.
Yes.
Can I
It
see?
hangs in the air. It hangs and blankets everything.
Can I see footprints of whatever just went running through here?
Yes, roll investigation or survival. DC 5.
Oh well, investigation. That's another dirty 20.
You scuff around in the dust, kicking up some of your own and leaving a bit of your own tracks. As you do, you come upon the source of what you were looking for. Whatever was making that sound before. And it's right where you are standing. You look and see boot prints. Thin and well kept. No wear on the heel. No strange abnormal shape on the sole the foresoul, I suppose you could say, of the boot.
Can I tell which door it ran to?
Yes, on a dirty 20 in particular. It ran to the furthest most left door from your vantage currently.
So this guy over here.
Furthest most.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Okay.
You tracked the tracks to that room.
Before continuing on, I'll go back.
Do you have dark vision, by the way?
I do. I have actually
just
pretty
check.
good dark vision. I have 60 foot.
Okay. Presumably, Victor would still have his torch on?
Yes.
Yeah. And I would actually
The
start
light of the
going
stairway.
back to, and everyone's coming up. And, in a hushed tone, you all heard that thudding, yes? Good.
I'm not sure.
I was
I've
furiously nodding, sorry.
I've heard things, but I'm not sure if others have heard them as well. This place is mysterious.
Well, there's boot tracks. There's a large room ahead, 4 doors, and boot tracks in the dust that lead to one of the doors in the far end of the room.
And we are definitely not alone.
I don't know, we've been kind of walking without giving too much of a care, but at this point, this place has been long left. Anything here I don't expect to be of the alive variety. We've already found a few that this mansion holds a few tricks. We may want to be cautious from here out.
Alright. And I'll kind of like turn to the rest of the group and in like that very like hushed tone. We must remain quiet. We mustn't want anything else to be disturbed here.
There are 3 other doors. Do we wish to check on them first, or are we wanting to follow the tracks and see where they lead?
Well, I suppose we should check footprints first. I wouldn't want to lose track of anybody, and if this happens to be the monster in the basement, as per se, perhaps they went in the direction of a mysterious, I don't know, elevator or secret staircase.
Perhaps. Alright. Well then, follow me. I'll kind of turn around and lead the party.
Following the leader, the leader, the leader. Following the leader, wherever he may go. You know, Diddy.
Alright, everybody, pack in behind. Aiden is leading you through the attic. Now, I do want to check. We're getting closer to 11. Is everybody still feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
I'm good, but my participation will be reduced as the family is asleep.
Okay. We can work with that?
I will do my best to roll and give you things that I want to do.
Alright. If there are no pressing needs to end soon, then we will continue for a little while longer. Starting with Hayden. What do you do?
I will lead the party across the room, following this footprint trail to the door on the far side.
You come to the door. It's plain. It's a simple latched door, just like the one you walked in to enter the attic space. The house creaks and shifts, and you hear the pattering of the rain on the shingles above you. What do you do while standing there at the front of the door?
I'll just make sure that there's nothing fishy with this door, and then slowly open it.
You scrutinize it, looking over the gap where the hinges are hiding behind, looking underneath, looking at the handle to check for any sort of trapping or anything wrong. But it really does present itself as a plain door.
I will
Carefully.
slowly open.
You grip the ring and pull down, being very careful not to squeak the iron hinges of the latch itself. And then, once the latch is as down as you can press it with your gentle and slow movements, you rest an elbow against the door and lean in, then using your hand as sort of the driving, your elbow is the fulcrum, rather, of the opening of the door. Quietly, you enter in. Oh, I guess the door opens the other way. Great. And you are greeted with a room just like the storage room down below, but this time with a larger assortment of objects. Everything is draped and in strange lumbering shapes upon the floor here. But the room is completely silent. Dust nearly as undisturbed as was the case in the stairwell.
Can I follow the... Does it look like the tracks lead around to the right?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Are the rest of us with him, or are we still back in the stairway?
That is up to the rest of you to decide.
I'll keep on his butt. I'll follow
Yeah,
him.
I would have too.
Oink. Alright, I guess you guys can move yourself then.
Get on my ass here.
Okay, really?
Yes.
Wait, where the fuck is Victor?
Whoa, whoa,
There he is.
whoa, whoa, what are you doing? Victor!
Victor, no!
Mirio's having fun. Oh, I thought that was
Can you put Frank up here, buddy?
No.
Fine.
No franc for you. No, there's a franc for you.
And you get a Frank.
You were surprised. Emotes. Surprised.
Brittany, are you following the rest of the party?
Yeah, I mean, Brittany's not going off on her own.
Well then, if you're all in close formation, with Victor sort of shining a light for everybody to see by, a lot of you cast shadows, long and tall, as you walk through the attic space. The floorboards, if you're not sneaking, are incredibly difficult to not squeak. Everything here, as opposed to the previous floors, is badly joined and rickety in comparison. even Aiden, who is sneaking and with a dirty 20 no less, is having some trouble stepping on choice places among the floorboards. But he leads you.
As we walk across the attic, and I enter this room behind him, I kind of give a little bit of a whisper to him and say, "Hey, I think we found our secret space. Hopefully, if I'm remembering right, this is the one I was referring to."
Yeah, I think you're about right. This door should be our space. And I will open the door gingerly.
Open your door.
Open the
your
ginger
door.
door, Lee.
Yeah.
That should not be as funny as it is to me.
Gingerly.
Matt, all it takes is one little thing to just set you off.
Dude. It's like we're all making bits
Open
and
your
stuff.
ginger door, Lee.
I'll open the drawer gingerly.
Ginger.
It's so dumb, alright? Alright, you're in a haunted house, shut up.
You're in a haunted house. Shut up.
Nightmare.
Or,
You open the door.
Professor Egad.
You open the door. And the whole room seems to rush at you like a breath of air. The cold of this room is unlike anything in the attic you felt. And so as it rushes towards you to sort of interface with the hot air of the attic, you're left in this lukewarm place where you feel the clamminess of your hands. And you look down to see a staircase which extends down, 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 spiraling into a depth that not even you with your dark vision can see. You feel a sense of vertigo looking into this strange, contained abyss. And the stairs creak and cackle as if to welcome you down to whatever it is at their base.
Well, Victor, you were right.
He gives a little click of his teeth and a finger gun.
Down we go.
You enter the narrow spiral staircase, and the wood creaks immediately, bowing under your weight. It's of a rougher stuff than anything you've seen in the rest of the house. And you look to see around you as the walls of this reveal themselves as well. Mortared stone, again, rougher than anything else in the rest of the house. Sorry, my roommate had to come make a delivery to the room. You begin to descend down into it, and you notice that thick cobwebs fill the shaft. The further down you get, the thicker they get, and the harder they make it to see. Within one story of climbing down, the dust and the cobwebs and everything else make it impossible to see anybody but the person in front of you. The light of Victor's torch plays at odd angles, rendering all the shapes and silhouettes of those who you thought were familiar foreign. And unsettling. You descend the stairs until finally you reach their end and your boots clack on wet stone floors. I'm going to drag you over to the new map.
Woo!
New nap.
It just keeps going and going and going.
Secret tunnel.
Gingerly door us over the new map.
Through the spooky
Shut up, man.
You know what?
Shut up!
A
Shut up!
nap sounds real nice right now.
Shut your mouth! Shut it!
Don't sound like that.
The new map is just this?
Yep. Claustrophobia simulator.
I don't like it.
Baloney.
Oh, good gravy. Good
That's
gravy.
baloney.
Oh, heavens.
Bologna.
I don't like
Bologna.
Oh,
that.
heavens, indeed.
Oh, great heavens.
Oh,
great heavens!
Schmikeys.
Oh, my God. I'm just
Missing. What are we missing?
Me,
Yeah.
I'm missing my character.
Getting-
You drag my son
I got him.
over.
I got it.
I'm just getting like
My boy!
flashes
I
of
thought
Father,
parents were
help!
extensions of their children.
Yeah, that's why I live vicariously through my own.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Where the fuck am I?
The wooden spiral staircase from the attic ends at a narrow tunnel. Aiden, you step forward and look to see it stretches southward before branching east and west. It is entirely dark down here unless you have light. Keep that in mind.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Light. Hold on,
And
hold on,
as
hold
you
on.
enter the threshold, as your boots hit the ground, you begin to hear from far away. A whisper echoing through the very stone towards you. It plays at the edge of every sound, like a strange and unwelcome aftertaste to your ears.
It may be stupid, but I'm gonna cast light on my dagger so that we have some light.
Man, am I so glad
so
I didn't put on
stupid.
my goggles of night just then.
Oh, it's really dark down here.
I can see in any second.
I cast light on my eyeballs.
Ooh, I'm blinded by the light.
You're wearing contact lenses, and you just cast light on your contact lenses.
Oh,
What's that
I knew there was a
show?
reason Volo gave me that eyeball.
What's that TV show? It's like the robot that the eyes are like spotlights in the dark.
Literally any TV show with a robot, dude. I swear.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Treasure Planet.
Yeah, you're
Is that
thinking
it?
of the scene from Treasure Planet where
Yeah,
he
the
like,
robot
he's
has
like in the darkness and he like blinks
his
a little
lights.
bit
Yeah.
and
Yep.
his eyes. Yeah, that's the scene from Treasure Planet.
Okay.
Yep.
Get back into
Also,
it.
I did succeed my dex save with a 13, so I am not bothered by this light cantrip.
Ah, got you.
Yeah.
Very good. Actually, we need a change in music, I think.
And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
All right. 8 still leading the way. What do you do?
Is there still a path, or is it a little less dusty?
There is no path at all at this very moment. The wet of the floor has sort of ruined that for you. But you think that if the tracks led here, it's reasonable to assume that there's nowhere else to go.
Alright. I will kind of go up to the corner, and I'll peek left and right.
peek left and see two possible ways to follow this winding hallway system. You turn right, and in the far distance, you see what you think might be a larger room.
Can I see into this room over here at all?
You get the barest glimpse of another hallway.
Okay. I'll like sneak across to this corner and peek my head down this way.
Now, as the environment has changed, I'm going to have you roll another stealth check.
You got it. What's my stealth? It's a 26.
Yeah, you're good. You walk heel to toe in as structured and balanced a posture as you can possibly manage, and you pull off the quietest crossing of a cave hallway that anybody in your party has ever seen. You see that the hallway forks again into two smaller rooms, which, from even here, you can see seem to have doors of some sort. They're made of stone, you can tell.
I'll turn back to my party and kind of like give them a little wave to come in, and as they do, I'm gonna make my way to this corner and peek down this way also.
All right. Is anybody else being stealthy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that I would be.
All right. Roll accordingly.
Oh boy.
Brittany, Muriel?
Yeah, I'll be stealthy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Dirty 20. Do I have to roll separately for Frank?
18.
15.
For this, since you guys are moving entirely as a group, we're going to average things out.
Okay.
21.
So, what do we get? We get 21, 20,
18.
18,
15.
15. Muriel?
17.
You all...
17.
Yeah, I got you.
Flying colors.
You all understand that the stakes are unexplainably a little higher. And you too watch as Aiden does this heel-to-toe posture and sort of automatically adopt it, following along and being as quiet as you possibly can. Some of you clutch at stray buckles, others of you at the jingling implements of armor that you have, all in an effort to stay as quiet and unnoticeable as possible. In the claustrophobic caves, the rest of you follow or go wherever you wish. As for Aiden, he checks the coast is clear down the other way. You peer down the hallway to see a set of stairs leading down into another room.
It's deeper or out more? Has the party made their way into the hall?
That is for the party to decide.
That main hall I would have made my way into, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, Aiden seems like he's going to be an advance scout sort of person. Do you guys want to pick another captain for the trailing group? Somebody to decide where everybody's going?
Sudriel, there you go. Buddy,
Oh,
old
wow,
pal friend.
I got voluntold.
You definitely did.
Wow, I
Sadriel,
mean, Sajin,
you
you're
look like the team captain.
Sajin, you're the next one. You're the next one in line, though.
Eh.
Definitely is a youth.
Okay,
thing.
fine.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
That's right.
Brittany really
Uno
looks like she wants.
reversed.
If I must decide for you peasants,
if I must lead these peasants around.
I guess I will.
And that is canon how Sudriel says that as he begins to step out in front of the rest of you. No, I jest. Now, the rest of you, go ahead and move your minis into the hall. Meanwhile, Aiden, what are you doing?
I'll kind of come back to them as they go into the hall. There's a path with doors across this way, and there's a path with stairs further down over here. Anyone have preferences?
Doors.
Doors. Alright. Then I will head down this hall towards the doors.
There's a door on the left and a door on the right. These are clearly hewn from a well-to-do craftsperson.
I'll open up the one on the, well, I guess, right. Depending on how you're looking at it. Whichever one my character is in front of, I'll open.
The left.
The left,
Like I said, depends on how you're looking at it. Right now, for me, it's on my right.
I mean,
If we're going
it's-
off your
it's
character, it's the
definitely
left.
the bottom door at this point.
Oh yeah, totally bottom door, 100%.
Okay.
You you open up the door, but as you do, you look and notice that there seems to be a raised rectangular space at about eye level, but it is
shit.
completely empty. You push the door, and it catches for a moment before the door opens and releases a stale air towards you. You look inside and see a coffin whose door, or whose top is left to the side.
I'm gonna whisper, "Hello," from the doorway.
Your voice whispers back, and in a sort of conversation, the ghostly whispers that have been tailing the edge of every bit of sound respond. Not in any sort of kind, but just whispering.
I'll take one tentative step in, and if nothing happens, I'll go check the coffin.
The coffin is empty. You look
There's
inside
nothing.
and see dust and pebbles sorted in the bowl of the bowl of the coffin.
Is there anything else in this room worth noticing? Or that would catch my attention, per se?
That pile of skulls is canon.
Cool. I'll go check them out, because why the heck not?
You look and see that a number of skulls have been discarded here in various conditions, all of which have no jaw.
Oh. That's interesting. I'll come back out here, relay the information. Why am I on top of a bar?
Ninja.
Ninja.
There you go. She couldn't jump that high if she
Meanwhile-
wished.
Aiden, you press open the other door, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You also press this door open. And as you do, you look to that same rectangular space at about eye level and see the name Walter Durst etched, or rather chiseled into the stone slab of the door. You press forward. The door groans open before you, and you're greeted to a very neatly kept internment room. The coffin in this one is also ajar.
Thought it was a coffin. Sorry. I will go and inspect the coffin.
Wow, really?
Literally.
The door closes behind you and you take 50 billion necrotic damage.
Well, bye, Aiden. Hope you rest well in hell.
You take slashing damage because the glass is broken because the door is ajar.
Don't you mean an urn?
You're about to
No, those
earn
are
all
all
this.
gold.
You're about to earn all this damage.
I'm so sorry.
You're supposed to earn your gold.
I'm looking for
The coffin
Walter.
in this room is open. You look inside and see the same sight as the one next to it. An empty coffin with naught but stone and dust occupying its innards.
Any
Victor
signs of
takes a
Walter?
Walter.
Victor, you see the same sights. A blank
Victor has a
door,
little freak out.
an empty coffin, the door with Walter Durst, and the empty coffin.
Oh fuck. Ah shit. Oh no. He like holds up his dart, his silver dart finger, like just ready to fire that shit off. He is more twitchy than usual.
Who's still in the hallway?
I technically
Me?
would be. Yeah.
I think I'd still be in the hallway.
Like right about. I mean, honestly, just slightly around the corner. Like here or so.
You hear the ghostly whispers just like everybody else does. But you also hear something else. There's something familiar to you, just on the edge of what you can hear. You crane your ear. Roll perception.
That is a 22.
It sounds like clicking and clacking, a metal cadence which you've heard before. The quiet idle of an engine of sorts.
Would I be able to tell which direction specifically it's coming from?
No.
Being okay, it's just kind of echoing through the.
You turn your head and try to see, and then you whip around again. And in that very motion, you've lost the sound. You try to listen back in. It's gone.
Okay. I tried to like actively listen for it again, trying to see if I can figure out if it's coming from down the hall to the left or if it's coming from down the stairs to the right. I'll just keep actively listening until they were done with their small investigation of the coffins.
All right. We'll consider your passive perception very active. What is your stat for that?
Passive perception is 13. Passive investigation's 15.
You said 13 on the
13.
perception?
Yep, perception.
Got it. All right. Meanwhile, the rest of you are either waiting near the stairs or are exploring the coffin rooms. Victor utters out a little, "Oh no."
Uh-oh. This shit's all funky.
I wish someone would have told me how funky it would be down here. I would have worn my bell bottoms.
Frank, you're really bussin' for real, for real.
The pants with bells on the bottom.
Bussin'.
Hey,
for real,
Braden, if
for
you ever
real.
need to take a week off, I'm pretty sure I got the schizo mode engaged.
That's ugly.
I got King Gizzard in the other campaign locked down. So
Oh
Get so
gosh,
engaged.
Lord have mercy.
Well, was the other campaign.
yeah.
True.
Well, you say that as if he's not coming back for the new one.
If he does, he's dead.
No, he's just waking up from another bad drug trip again.
Nah, he's dying.
That's the Wednesday campaign.
I'll kill him.
It's Linn and anything she does. just fucking off him. You took 2 gold from me. I'll kill him.
Die.
Die.
All right.
Now
Um,
die.
I guess I'll move to the right corner here, kind of not hearing anything, and I'll kind of look further down this hallway.
You have dark vision?
Yes,
Yeah,
60
you
feet,
do.
good sir. Good sir.
Yes.
I'm good,
You-
sir.
Thought I cast light on my eyeballs.
I think I'll come back since we started.
That disarms me so badly. Okay, you peek down the slope. You peek down the slope to try to see what is at the end of the decline. And
Decline.
it seems that there's a floor that extends out from exactly where the base of the stair is, but you can't see where it goes on account of the cramped nature of these tunnels.
Like, I can't see if it like curves or anything. It's just I can see to the bottom of the stairs.
You can see that the walls extend out on either side of the opening.
Okay.
And that the floor extends as well, but nothing
I'm gonna-
presents itself.
I'm gonna quietly move up, and I should say down the stairs. At least down the first half flight of stairs.
A room
Oh,
presents itself to you as you go. It's reasonably well furnished,
Mm.
despite the light. There is none.
I believe you. It's a static. It's the
Smooth lighting.
we got to know that they're coals. Yeah. This room looks like a kitchen of some kind, or like a cookery of some place.
Yes. You see what looks to be like a common area, essentially. There's a table laid with some basic accommodations, a sort of... Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, have I not been in a kitchen before? There's a counter. Holy cow.
Yeah. What's the thing you put your stuff on? Like, they call it. You have a countertop for it.
Oh,
There's like a
you
top.
guys know that line? You guys know that Warcraft line where Illidan's like, "You are not prepared."
Yes.
That's my brain right now. Holy cow! All right,
that's
yeah,
a
you see
throwback
this
to
common area. The wall extends, and you see a column supporting a larger cavern.
We are below the.
Still listening. Do I hear the mechanical engine noise at all?
If you want to if you want to try to crane your ear, you go ahead and roll perception.
I'm gonna actively activate.
Actively what now?
Activate my ears. Actively activating my ears.
He's an elf, which means he just flips them up
Gesundheit.
to
Yeah. They go from
vertical.
from
Oh,
sport
yeah.
mode, from sport mode to all-wheel drive.
Oh, of course. That's always how that works.
I think sport mode is them all the way up, and all-wheel drive is them all the way horizontal.
Yeah, it's the other way around. Sport mode for aerodynamics.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So you do want to listen? What did you roll for perception?
Perception, I got a 17.
17. You listen here again, and you do not hear anything. Nothing save for the ghosts.
Yeah, cool. Speaking of ghosts, I'm gonna ghost my way up to the corner here and get a better look in the room.
Spooky.
Spooky.
You are greeted with a better view of this common area. You see that it's a place where meals ostensibly were cooked and where things are stored in ample barrels and boxes, and there's even some large shelving as well as the common area furniture. But beyond that, it's hard to say if there's anything of note here. A pervasive smell of mold and rot is present in this room.
Not hearing the sound too much more and not wanting to get too far away from the group, I'm gonna make my way back up to the group here and actually kind of push down towards the other end of this hall.
All right. As you go, looking ahead, you can see two other alcoves.
At this point, I'd like to actively listen and see if I hear that mechanical whirring again.
Go ahead and roll perception.
That's a 16.
On a 16, very faintly. And only at the peak clicks of whatever cycle it might be.
Mm-hmm. Can I see down this top end, the straightaway? Any more on that? Or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
You see a table. And
Yep, I do see a table. I don't see anything else on the adjacent angle. My camera. I'll move up to this and finally get a good glance of the room, seeing
You
that
pass
there's more than
by-
just yeah.
You pass by the other alcoves and make your way to the more interesting room. What appears to be here is a proper dining hall. However, moldy humanoid bones lie strewn on the dirt floor everywhere, piled together indiscriminately. Whole skeletons tossed together like spare parts. It's for the first time that you notice there's a vine sort of growing at your shoulder. You bump into it, and you look surprised to see something growing down here. It's thick and turgid, and beyond that, there's nothing of note. It's just maybe a tree root that's snuck down here.
Kind of brushing the vine aside, I would take a look across this room. Whatever this place was a freaking mess. Seeing the absolute amalgamation, bones and bodies and whatever happened in here, like, it did not look pretty. And I would whisper kind of back towards the rest of the group. Psst. Psst. Guys, I have a bit of a grisly sight up here.
Okay, be right there.
You sure do.
What?
This campaign is unbearable.
Through like his twitchiness and gritted teeth, Victor gives a little. What? Did you look in a mirror?
The Beavis and Butthead laugh, dude? For real?
Well, he's whisper laughing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, but
Oh, we're all professional. We can do it. That's good.
Victor takes one look at this room. He's like, you know, I think I would rather go hang out with the creepy ass kids. I think that's how it's gonna be. Frank, you and I, we can go.
Ooh.
And then someone comedically grabs him by the collar.
Frank should grab him by the collar.
I'm gonna like weasel my way through people to see what everyone else sees because I'm intrigued.
You see an impromptu ossuary. Bones littered everywhere.
Guys, this is kind of cool.
The fuck?
Clearly, this was once a dining hall. The table in front of you, is laid with more cutlery and dining implements than is shown here, but they're piled high in the middle as well.
Victor lets out a look out for those creepy ass kids.
Is the table stained, or is there maybe like blood stains on the table?
No such stains on the table. No blood stains, at least. The only stains you might notice are bubbled bits of wood and places where the wood has been ruined by something laying spilled for too long on top of it. It's rotten at the corners, flaky and splintering. The benches, too, are the same way.
Does this room continue on back here, Matt?
Yes, it extends mostly into darkness, but there's a slight wall.
Okay. I'll start making my way through the
Making
room.
my way.
Make my way.
Make my way.
You make your way over to the hall this way.
Up here, down this way.
And as you continue down that particular hallway, you hear the dirt stirring nearby. And something like a breath taken after a long, long time without any such breath at all. And then, echoing through the tunnels, you hear snarls. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Hey.
Spooky.
Snarl.
They're so
Oh no.
I'm so
gonna
Guys, we're
die.
spooked. You hear the in the distance. Fetch me their souls.
Thank you for joining for another session of Curse of Strahd.
Fantastic.
I hope
Yeah.
it was enjoyable.
Yep.
It was.
Lovely.
Good little fight.
Spooky as always. Love to see it.
Great
Yes,
to
indeed.
like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really. I don't know. Good payoff. With like taking.
Who did you
taking
pay
the
off?
Sessions that we did. Your mom.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
joke's on you. I have two heads.
This guy's family's divorced.
Hell yeah! Divorcees up top. Let's go. Everybody's like crying in the background.
Oh, this guy thinks he's cool because he gets 2 Christmases.
Anyways,
It's like
that's the end of the session. I don't know if we have any sort of recording to cut at this point, but
And
thanks for
NC.
watching.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you, stream.
Bye.
it's
Peace.